All right, welcome to episode 42 of Adventures in Arrowny. I am your
Woo.
DM, Wurfel. First time running a game here. And what I'm going to do for our players here is we're just going to run through the players as I see them on my screen. And I want to hear a quick bullet point report of what your character did this game and just a quick description of who you're playing. So, Carl, you are first.
I am first. Okay. I am Carl. I am playing Kethra, my newly armored Viking sword maiden, and she has kind of been bouncing around doing a few jobs lately, and we'll see how things go from tonight. She's looking to find the crotchety old man who just annoys everybody because it's funny watching him annoy people.
All right, so Kethra has some suspicions as to how she hasn't seen the old man around town. All right.
Yep.
Next up, B. Let's hear a little bit about your character and maybe a shot for shot what they did last game.
Ooh, buddy. Okay, so I'm bringing back Ayla. Ayla is a mountain dwarf barbarian. It's been months since I played Ayla, but I think the last thing I did was something about, I think it was goblins, and there was a Benny and a duck god and a flying boat with water. So
Benny was a while ago.
a long while. She's an old character.
Hey, well, glad to have her back. Next, Nick, let's hear a little bit about Fork, huh?
All right. I'm trying to think of what Fork's last game was. I think it was punching demon bunnies and Wojtek's farm. So yeah, that's what he's been doing. He's since Wurfel's seen him, he's lost an arm to Benny. Had it replaced with a metal arm. So I think Amos and him will be looking similar. And that's had him thinking lately too. Where'd that old man go? I almost died with him.
All right, so we've got two characters that are curious as to where the old fart went off to. Next up, Joa.
Yeah, I'm been playing Drogar. He is the Dragonborn fighter. He's more or less at this point just a walking armament stockpile. Last episode, we went on our wonderful adventure to Castle White to get some fish sliders. Ended up fighting some demons that we summoned to kill some people.
As you do.
And now I've just kind of been chilling at Lucky's secondary place of business and being a bouncer there.
Ben, let's hear about your, what is that, a Goliath?
Yeah, I'm playing Hrunger, the Goliath cleric of the Order Domain. The last session Hrunger was at, we were killing simp assassins for Wojtek. For trying to remember whose assassins they were. Nick, whose assassins were they?
Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter.
They're Serp's assassins.
The Serp Simps.
Serp Simps. So
Wow, I
yeah.
feel attacked.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the last he was involved in any combat, and he really enjoyed that. He likes combat.
Alrighty. And Amy, let's hear about your character.
Yeah, I'm playing Larissa, the Tiefling Warlock. Last we saw, she was riding rhinos and I want to say killed demon things and ate some fish sliders. It was a fun episode. It was a very fun day for Larissa, and Larissa doesn't remember most of it. So, she killed some things.
All right. Well, now that we've heard from all of our players on who we're playing, I'm going to start the party off at Lucky's Tavern. This is not the secondary location that Ben is familiar with. This is Lucky's Tavern numero uno. And let's see, I'm going to place Carl, Fork, and Joa. The three of you will be sitting at the bar. B, Amy, both just now entering. Ben, you're trying to convince Lucky that you could be a bouncer here too at the same time. You know, double pay.
I'm more of a drinker, but okay.
All right. Let's drink then.
Oh, I think it's. I think somebody else was looking for a job.
I was the bouncer
Drogar's the
at Lucky's
bouncer.
other place.
It's Drogar.
Yeah.
Oh, all righty.
Yeah.
Well, Drogar, for the last time, I'm really not interested. You do a fine job at the other location, really.
Okay, I'm just trying to see if it works. Get that extra employment. Never hurt anyone.
Yes, I understand. Kethra, Bork, it's good to see you both. Sometime.
Yeah.
Kethra, always a pleasure.
Something's wrong.
I agree.
What do you mean?
There's not a
Is
bar
someone-
fight going on.
Please don't. Just once, could you just buy something at my bar, please? Just once.
Fine, I'll be good.
Take a club soda. I slide gold
Club
across the
soda.
bar.
Lucky takes the gold, smug grin. What? Are you really Fook?
Yeah. I don't drink. My body's a temple, dude. Look at me. I flex my one arm that has muscles.
Right. Here's your club soda. Ah, Ariel, Larissa. Pleasure. What can I help you two with?
I would like a pink drink, please.
Pink. Strawberry milk?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
All right, strawberry milk. He serves you up a cold glass of strawberry milk.
Wonderful.
Larissa?
Yeah, Larissa's gonna try and keep it very short and brief with Lucky. Some stuff still going down. Hey, I'll take a couple shots of something.
Couple shots of something. Can you control yourself today? Last time it was.
Don't turn this on me. Okay, this is not my fault, and you know it. Just give me the drinks, and
Alright,
I'll
fine.
walk away.
Here. Couple of shots. Cut down. Thank you.
She turns and just is furious and just the eyes go red, but she walks away and just goes and sits and just pounds drinks.
All right, drink
So,
served.
Pork, who is this and what have they done with Lucky?
Yeah, it could be a simulacrum, but he sounds more like Lucky than any of the other weird Luckies we've been dealing with, so I'll give him that.
Yeah, that is correct. He seems less. I don't know. Yeah.
Sorry. Head cold.
He doesn't quite have that condescending tone.
Yeah, there's less
He's a bit
condescending
nice. Yeah, a bit
sass going
nice.
on.
So, this is awkward.
Hey, have you seen Amos?
The old fart? The one that never pays for his tea?
Yeah.
Can't say I have.
Yeah, when's the last time?
That
Right.
is good.
Yeah, that's what I've been sitting here thinking. What?
A moment. Lucky bends down, grabs something underneath his bar, pulls out a large wooden box labeled Adventurers Missing in Action. He pops it open, dust everywhere. He clearly hasn't been paying attention to this thing. Let's see. Nope, don't care about him. Nope. She was an ass. Amos took a quest a couple of months ago. Something about fog and a back alleyway here in town. Haven't heard from him since.
On his own?
Yes. I didn't question it. Honestly, I don't care about any of your well-beings.
Your camera's froze.
Yeah, I can't frozen.
That sounds like Lucky.
Yeah, that's more lucky.
Yeah, that's lucky for
Yes,
sure.
That's more like the lucky we know.
Quick question: who is this Amos guy? I'm newer.
Old guy.
Like I don't know if it's just a new guy thing, but like I don't know who this is.
He's like this cranky old man who got his face stolen by face stealers. Big problem that we used to have.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, there was like a forest full of Amoses at one point.
He's
Oh,
real
that
old school.
that kind of sounds disturbing. I mean, force full of any one person in particular is just disturbing as is, but
I heard a rumor he was one of the first people that Shidith brought over here.
Correct.
I am glad you asked that question because I'm sitting here like, yeah, I knew it's someone else. Other than that, I don't know.
Yes, Amos. He was one of the first ones that showed up. Crotchety one, that one.
Yeah, to say the least.
But
He
yeah,
was angry, like a
Lucky, do you get on with him?
well, he would constantly ask me to serve him a beverage that I don't usually stock, and he never once paid for any of it. So,
So he was annoying for you then.
not the same as the rest of you, yes.
And he owes you money.
Mhm. We definitely need to find him. I
Mhm.
mean,
That would be nice.
he
He's
needs
got
to be back at his
tab.
rightful spot. No, see, I think he's gone long enough. The tab's written off, but he needs to be back at his rightful spot.
Yes,
He was
fine.
rather useful.
Worry about his well-being and his use to the well-being of others. Sure, don't worry about my tab. No,
Oh, I won't. It's okay.
Oh, I'm sure he'll add to it once we get it back.
Yeah, he totally will.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll toss Lucky like 3 gold because
How
I'm
much
broke.
is tea even worth, dude? Here's 99 gold. Get over it. We'll find him though.
fine. I'll stop bitching about his tab that you just covered times 3. Thank you.
Definitely isn't working, guys. Something's wrong here.
Yes, so Amos took a quest. Let me see that piece of paper fork.
Yeah, sir. Here.
Yes. Missing peoples. Back alley of town. Apparently Ruggy's gang used to hang out there. They ran out of there after people started going missing.
Some of us.
Amos apparently needed some extra cash, according to my notes here, and he went looking. Haven't heard or seen from him since.
I suppose you know which alley it was.
One of the back alleys here in Arrowknee. Don't even have to leave town. What did they say? Yes. Sketchy place. The, again, Ruggy's gang used to hang out there. I don't have a street name for you. Look for the abandoned alleyways full of halflings. Apparently a couple of them have been living there since they left.
Classic.
Very well.
Right.
Tiny
Alright, then.
hobos.
Yeah. Shoot, get out of here before you start another bar fight.
Yeah.
As I leave, I take my empty shot glass and just kind of like throw it against the wall, trying to start a riot.
All right, Amy, can I get a roll for luck? I just want a flat D20 roll. Tell me what you get.
Oh boy. I'm not going to learn my lesson. 16.
16. All right. You hit Pops right upside the head. He was
Ooh.
just
Oh, no.
coming out of the bathroom.
Oh no!
Right upside the head. Fortunately for you, he's just drunk enough to not know where it came from, and he starts throwing
Leg it.
punches.
Leg it!
We gotta go. We
Quick,
gotta go.
Let's get out of here. People are going to die. Ever since this became more of a Cracker Barrel, there's the farming tools. People are going to start using those, and people are going to die.
Yeah, you have a point.
Let's get out of here.
Leg it.
Skedaddling.
Just once, can you bastards leave my bar without starting something?
No!
Catherine's like, no, I want to fight.
No, that was not me.
It was
Please.
me.
I
did it.
I high five Kethra.
This wouldn't have happened if you had hired me as a bouncer.
Totally nailed it. And Kethra will leave with the rest.
We've got the party out of the bar promptly after starting another one of Lucky's favorite nights. So, what is the plan?
I kind of have an idea, but we need like a piece of his clothes.
Piece of Amos's clothes?
Yeah, or something that smells like him.
Some halflings.
Yeah, we could just look around for halflings.
Yeah.
They're so small, it's hard. I'm gonna turn to Ayla and she's like, "Hey, they're like your people, right? But where's the rest of you?"
I'm not a halfling. I'm a dwarf, idiot.
Right. So I mean, everyone under like my height kind of all looks the same, right? I mean, they're like,
You're
Yeah, I mean,
red. you don't look
I'm up
anything like
here.
that guy. He's a yellow lizard dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
all the short people, and I pat her on the head, just like really condescendingly.
I'm pink. I don't look anything like a halfling. Look at
I've
Pops.
never seen a halfling.
Oh my god.
You've seen. Wait, you've never seen Ruggy?
I was gonna say you've.
Oh, don't think so.
Ah.
Well, I mean, you saw the giant marble one, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, I haven't seen Ruggy around for a while since that whole fun thing with you guys did with the dragon.
Well, I shot one from about a mile away, but I didn't see him.
I was
Yeah.
told
Wait,
that
who has-
that's a bad word and I'm not supposed to say the R word anymore.
Bring it on, dude. Let's fight him.
who said that?
Can I
Um,
as Ayla says that, I go, watch this, and like kind of like lean down to her, and I just thaumaturgy and just like with all of the power scream Ruggy.
Listen, you can do what you want, crazy lady, but I'm not saying it.
It's fun. Go on. You
You
want
gotta say
to?
it 3 times looking in the mirror.
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
No, that's Bloody Mary. I met her once when I was like 10. She's really nice, actually.
Yeah, and I'm best friends with Candyman. Let's go find some halflings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you guys have tracking stuff like Larissa? Like, if you went Hellhound, would that mean that you could like sniff out people?
Well,
Like-
I've never. I mean, maybe, but I've never met him, so I don't know what he smells like.
Well,
So
I
I'm
don't know,
gonna.
Smell for
is it?
halflings or something. I don't know.
I can get us something to track.
Well, I thought she was a halfling. Apparently, I'm wrong. So I
Yeah,
think
that's
this
true.
is
You would
not-
probably end up like end up somewhere else,
Probably
looking for
end
the
up
wrong.
following the trail back to Pops.
Werfel,
Yeah.
will you roll a d8 for me, Werfel?
Sure thing. What am I rolling for, Nick?
For my bag of tricks.
Okay. That's a 3.
That's a Mastiff. Perfect.
Oh, that's actually really good.
So yeah, Keth was kind of heading towards that area that the halflings have been traditionally hanging out in.
Kethra starts walking through alleyways, and every corner she kind of peers around it as if looking for a small child that's run away at daycare. And eventually you do find an alleyway full of several halflings that just kind of sleeping everywhere.
Looks at the others. Shh. And she'll just kind of like stand there because she realizes that she's wearing full plate. So
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of just stand next to her because I am also wearing armor that is not conducive to me sneaking up on it.
What are we doing?
I found some short people.
not like dwarves.
Yeah, like short people. I think these are who we're supposed to be looking for.
Okay.
What are we doing? Like, do we need to speak to them, or?
He said something
Are we-
about fog. We need to make fog.
Oh,
Oh, that floating logo tried to say something.
eh? Who are you people?
Big fog.
We're trying to sleep here.
Fuck, we woke him up. Should I knock him out?
Or maybe try talking to him first. We can always
Knocking
just
me
block
out.
the. We can just block the exit, and you talk to them.
Yeah,
make sure
block. I'm the least charismatic person here. Easily.
The Rissa walks up then. And
Yeah, you go for it.
goes, "Hey, we're looking for our friend, like old, really grumpy guy. He was seen around here with some fog."
Oh, there's at least like half a dozen old halflings here. Very cranky, yes.
I turn to the others and go, "Wait,
No,
are
he's a
we
human.
looking for a halfling?
He was
Is
a
it?
human.
Oh no, we need a human. We don't want halflings."
He had like a metal arm.
Metal arm.
Okay, yeah, what they said.
Like this.
Yeah, like that, but human.
Oh, cool. How much is that worth by chance?
Like 3,000 gold.
Oh, cool.
Focus. Human.
Oh, focus. Yes.
Kind.
Yes.
Help. Have you seen a human with a metal arm around here?
It's hard to say. My memory's not quite what it used to be.
Give him some money.
No.
Yeah,
He's gonna grab him
give me
by the
some money.
lapels and like lift him
No,
and go, "Tell me what
Okay.
you want now."
Intimidation check, please.
We're going for that method. Okay.
That's the
We are
opposite
going
of
for
money.
the intimidation. That is a 23.
Might as well
real
try to
scary.
fight that. Yeah, no, that's a 3. You've got a recently soiled halfling in your hands. Old man, human, metal arm, very distinct. Yes, about 3 months ago. He was going around asking people about the weird fog that comes through. Most of the folks that stay around don't know much about it because we're asleep by the time it shows up.
So, does it only come around at nighttime?
Yep, that's kind of why we're all trying to sleep right now. It takes the people that aren't asleep.
Oh.
But
Can you
it's
put me down?
daytime.
Listen, man. We're all homeless. Okay? We have no practical skills. Insomnia's a bitch. We're trying our best, man. Me down so I can go change my pants?
No, you haven't. Like, when did you last see him? Where did you last see him?
Here! 3 months ago!
I drop him.
Wrong for
Yeah, I drop him.
Can I go?
Can you get
Yeah.
away?
You know they're basically giving away houses over in West Nowhere. Freaking street rat.
Yeah. Once I figure out how to get there, I will take you up on that offer. For now, I'm gonna go change into non-piss smelling pants.
Do you own any non-piss smelling pants?
That
Okay, I like this one.
one runs off into the distance crying.
Oof.
You have potential. I like you.
So yes, it is about midday at the moment. The halflings that are sleeping here seem to be sleeping lightly. The one you woke up only just managed to get asleep.
Yeah, maybe it's because it's in the middle of the freaking day and they just
Yeah.
sleep all the time to avoid this stupid fog. You'd think you'd like move. Pick a different alley.
So the fog comes through at night, and it takes the people who are awake.
Yeah, that's about the gist of it, hon. You've got another halfling down at your feet. They're literally just waking up one after the other.
I guess we're pulling an all-nighter then in the hobo alley.
I was like, okay, so I guess we're just waiting for nighttime then.
Fucking sounds good here. Hey, any of you guys want to buy any shoes?
What kind of shoes?
Let's see. I got a couple leather loafers. What else we got? Oh, I got some ballroom shoes. The heels are not the same length.
That's fine. Give me all the shoes you got. How much?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't gotten this far before.
Okay.
Mm.
How about 50 gold?
Gold. 50 gold.
Yeah.
Yep. That
There
is
you
what I
go.
meant
Here's
to
50
say. Yep.
gold. Give me the shoes. Put them in my bag, and get the fuck out of here.
Ooh, that is a deal.
Thank you.
He can go buy himself a train ticket to West Nowhere and
Yeah.
get
There
out
you
of this
go.
valley.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah, get there. Can get them over there.
Right,
Lots of real estate.
The amateur salesman walks off into the distance, giddy. Coin purse a little bit heavier.
That's all it takes. If you just walk up to the right person actually selling something, then you can make some money. But if you just sit around asking for money, you're not gonna get it. Come on.
Yeah.
Ayla is gonna go around and leave gold on each of the dwarves like pillow, like a tooth fairy.
Dwarves? There are no
Halfling.
dwarves.
Sorry, I'm a dwarf.
Halfling.
Halfling, the small people, you know.
The
See,
smaller
they are
ones.
all the same.
You're all
I
the
knew
same.
it.
I forgot where I was for a moment.
All right. The dwarf is feeling very generous today. You get around. A couple of them stir as you put gold underneath their pillows. Non-existent pillows. It's not a
Right,
great
it's
setup,
just like
I
their
have to say.
head.
I just kind of grab their hair, stick.
Like put it in their ear like a reverse magician.
Here you go, fuckhead.
Pretty much.
Yeah, a couple of them stir, but for the most part, they all seem content to try and sleep halfway through the day again.
What am I, like 20 gold later?
Out.
I'm not lying when I say I have more money than I'm ever gonna need. It's like,
Yeah, I never buy
I was gonna
anything.
say I'm kind of in that boat as well.
What do you even do with it?
You give it to. I've heard it's really good luck to give your extra gold to a tiefling.
Oh, cool.
Ahem.
Oh, is it?
Ahem. You see several small cupped hands aiming up towards both Fork and Drogar.
Oh, sweet. What are you guys selling?
Empty space?
Oh, cool. So, like, if I give you each 3 gold, will you make sure nobody's in this whole alleyway while we wait here tonight?
Sure.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll do the same. 3 gold
Yep.
each. You guys clear out because I have something that you don't want to be here for. So
Holy shit, guys, wake up. They're giving away money. And all of the 20 or so halflings start jumping awake, and the Erel's gold coins that you put in their ears, you hear them clank as they hit the floor. A couple of them scurry to grab them. But they all start running up towards Fork and Drokar. So 3 gold each.
Yeah.
That would be about 60 gold altogether.
I end up
Yeah.
giving out 4 each on accident.
you think this will be enough for them to go to West Nowhere? Maybe they can get a new start there. They don't have to worry
Yeah.
about sleeping in the daytime
I bet we'll
in a
still
random
find
alley.
half of them here tomorrow, bro.
Gonna go start a gambling hut.
Do
I
that.
respect the hustle.
I could
The hustle.
totally see them forming a partnership with the kobolds
Yeah.
over there.
It makes note to go and visit the gambling hut.
All the halflings are scurrying out of this alleyway. It is completely vacant at this point.
Can I scope out to see if there's any good like vantage points, like hiding spots, anything that we could potentially use for advantage later?
Well, you're in a alleyway of a 2-story building on either side. So you've got the roofs as a vantage point, potentially. And otherwise you've got a couple 5-foot by 5-foot crates scattered around.
Okay, so I can punch ghosts, so I can probably punch fog, right? Somebody make some steam. I'm gonna try this out.
I don't know any
Um,
spells.
I mean, I could try like if
for Jogar.
I would say if I could like start to do my fire breath, but not actually do it and like create a lot of smoke.
Oh yeah, let me try to punch your smoke.
That'll be the closest I can get for you there. So I'm just gonna like do that, kind of like furnace it.
Yeah, Fork, you're feeling real confident, man. Like you're punching that smoke.
Oh yeah.
Smoke never stood a
Alright.
chance.
So is the party just going to sit here and
I
I want to
think we should
say
try and
lollygag, but
yeah, I think we'd be better trying to actually come up with like a plan, maybe set like I know you can't really trap fog, but maybe just get some precautions in place.
I don't think that the fog is what we need to fight. I feel like the fog will just take us to where Amos is, right?
Misty fog.
That could be. It could be like some sort of dimension thing,
Mention fog.
or there's something in the fog that's taking people.
But that would mean that Amos is still stuck in the fog then. So why would we fight it?
Lands in Fogland.
I'm
It could
thinking.
be.
Maybe we should
Huh.
hands when the fog comes so we don't lose each other.
Yeah, we could like hold hands, tie each other, like tie each other together with rope, like have like one of those
The climbing chain.
kindergarten kid leashes,
You want to tie us
but
up,
for all of us.
Can I be the
Battle Dragon?
Kayla, do you trust
Yes.
me?
no?
Do you
Yeah,
want to
I'm
see
good.
something cool though?
My what?
Do you want to see something cool?
Duh.
I lift her up and put her on my shoulders.
Oh, I'm so
She's heavy. Shh.
Casper's like standing there holding her greatsword with both hands, kind of like looking at you like, yeah, I don't think you can be tying to my hand.
Oh, I was thinking maybe like around the waist or something. That way we have our hands free, just in case.
Well, Casso's really strong. She could just like hold on really tight.
You could, yeah. I mean, I'm good with knots. I'm good with knots, and I'm thinking we could do something kind of like, you see, like all those like preschoolers that are on field trip together, and like the teacher has like the leash system where they're all tied to each other to make sure none of them wander off.
Yeah,
Y'all tie your children together when you take them out on like field trips?
It's a
No,
thing that
okay.
happens.
It's not. They're not like tied together. There's like handles in the rope,
Yeah.
so all the kids
Yeah.
hold onto a handle.
I mean, still.
Dude, we have kids on leashes.
There's like a backpack kids have that there's a leash for the parent.
I've
built
seen
into it.
them, but we did the buddy system. You walked in like rows of two, and you all held like each person held hands with the person next to them, and then you just walked in a line. We got
Not
trusty
every preschool leashes their children. Just like not take them away from somewhere.
Okay.
It's not like a toddler who
Like a rope,
I just want to.
tie some loops in along the length of it, and when
Yeah.
we don't need it, we can let go of it.
Yeah, I can do that.
hey, can I get a survival check for tying knots? Do you want handles in this rope?
I mean, nothing like too complicated. Maybe like, yeah, just have some like loops tied in it where people can grab it easy. But
Okay.
it isn't my name. Battle Dragon Supreme Master.
Let's get a quick survival check.
Am I able to assist him?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Joe, you have proficiency in rope tying.
Okay. Let's go and throw my dice off. That's an 18.
Right, 18. You didn't get a 1. Good. Yeah, you
Yay.
managed to tie some knots. Well done.
I am not boy. It's
Not Boy hands out the rope to the rest of the party members. Each got something to hold on to should you choose.
I assume that I'm good at tying rope because I'm good at tying all these pretty bows that are in my hair.
The rope's tied in slip knots, and
I am my skill comes from a different place.
Okay, I've been to those workshops. They're kind of fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie this rope around my waist because
the Shiba Inu ones, I remember. Yes.
King Catherine's like, yeah, I'll grab it if I need it.
That's
I
the plan.
will summon a shadow fork just to have up for now.
Shadow Clone for Fork. A couple hours have passed by at this point. The sun is beginning to set, and you've made the place completely vacant as it is. Normally, at this point, it would be my responsibility to tell you that halflings are either already well asleep or they are getting out of this alleyway. But there doesn't seem to be much action. You've got a couple weird looks from civilians walking by. Don't quite understand why you're still there at this time of day.
Yeah, Catherine finds something to sit on in strength to read.
Right. Catherine, you sit down in one of those 5x5 boxes I described. The rest of the party sits around aimlessly, not
I'm
really
kind of
sure
leaning
what to
up against
do.
the wall, giving the mastiff some like head scritches.
Your mastiff is actually sniffing at the shoes that Fork bought, just so you know. Is there anything else specific that anyone would like to be doing right now?
Oh, I'm tying bows to Larissa's horns.
Okay.
You're
You can
cracking up, Amy. You don't sound too good.
Yeah.
Ew. It's the bubbles, they do something to me. No,
You can tie
that's
some bows in my Viking braid too if you want.
Hell yeah.
the rest is just
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I'm supposed to go.
whiskey.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. About a half an hour into this hair braiding session, you're getting really into it. The rest of the party, even if they're not interested in it, you catch their eyes every once in a while. Like they're got some handiwork going at this point. And you all blink your eyes at some point or another, and your vision begins to blur.
Oh boy.
Whiskey.
I start
It was a
punching.
bad idea.
Starts punching.
Always leads with the punch.
When in doubt,
You're
punch.
Yeah.
All right, Fork, as you are acting aggressive into this fog, your vision is blurring just a little bit faster, and the fog actually kind of forms around you faster. The more you swing, the more fog envelops you, and that fog slowly moves out from him. It
Grab
is
the rope.
beginning to approach the rest of the party.
The rope's tied to me.
All right. Grab the rope. Grab the rope.
No actions being
Catherine will
taken.
grab the very end of the rope.
I'm grabbing one of the loops.
Shadow Fork's punching fog as well.
More fog is drummed up. Well done.
I don't know if punching it's the right
Open.
plan. Seems like it's just making it angry.
Fork yells at the mastiff to bite the
Go him,
fog.
go him.
Play dead.
Yeah, I grab the rope and then like kind of grab it like round the waist.
I've got 4 players right now currently grabbing the rope. Is that correct?
Oh, I'm grabbing the rope too.
Yeah, we'll have to grab the rope. Part of the
All right,
party.
the entire party goes for the rope as Fork continues to swing blindly into this fog. He almost slugs a couple of you at one point, but luckily his vision seems to be completely gone.
This
And
dude's on action surge powder.
Oh, he is on like 3 action search powders right now. He's just going.
Do stuff.
He's also screaming about like cryptocurrency and like all that stuff. He's really going in on it.
I got no idea what Dogecoin is, but he's all into it. Much
To the moon!
just a couple seconds of this blind flailing, and your vision as a party is collectively completely gone. And just a couple moments after that, your vision returns to you. You are in a different location. At some point, the ground underneath your feet changes from the cobblestone that was in the alleyway to dirt. And the fog clears away completely. You find yourself in a small cave, just big enough for a bear or a similarly sized creature to live in. And it's hot.
Well, that was a very different way of doing it.
Yeah, this is interesting.
What's going on?
You are in a completely different location, Fork. You have absolutely no bearings on where you are. Normally, when you're in town, you've got good bead on which direction to go to get to Lucky's Tavern or the Healing Hut. You've no idea where you are. The temperature and the humidity of this cave is completely different than the environment was just 10 seconds ago. And outside of this cave, the entryway, there is a blinding light.
Guys,
Oh.
it's so warm. The air
It's-
feels wet.
I this feels warm. I'm gonna, because there's this blinding light, I'm gonna slap on my aviators. See if that helps at all.
Kethra will walk towards the entrance, the light, and kind of stop and let her see if her eyes adjust to the light.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
go towards the light. That's what they
That's
always tell
right.
you.
Your eyes adjust slowly. It's a very bright light, but as you exit the cave, you see a never-ending desert. Sand as far as the eye can see.
Crap, we're over in Cobalt Kiln.
Oh, I don't.
Really?
Are you sure?
Oh, look.
What color's the sand?
The sand
Was it-
is a dark orange.
I don't remember the desert being this humid last time.
I'm sending the dog outside.
No.
The dog goes
No, bring it
towards
back.
the exit and begins to whimper as it gets towards the exit of the cave. It sees a completely foreign environment and looks to you for confirmation.
Is it hotter or colder out there, Jerry?
Jerry, is that what you're calling your dog?
Yeah, well, that's the name of the face spirit that possesses any of the animals in my bag.
Okay.
You named it
gotcha.
after the spider surfer guy.
It's just his name. Forks,
Huh.
Forks never met that drow.
Two
Right,
people
right.
can have the same name.
Yeah.
Jerry tells you it is hotter outside. Inside the cave, you're looking at a relatively comfortable 85 degrees. Outside, Kethra, you would imagine this as well. You're getting probably 105, 110.
Oof.
Hot, huh?
Yep.
Let's quickly Google that to do some changing around.
105 and humid is not at all pleasant.
Come back, Jerry.
I'll walk to
Jerry.
the. Krunger steps forward. He has fire resistance, so
All
he's gonna.
right.
He's
I do
gonna,
too.
He's gonna peel right out into the.
So does Larissa because she's a tiefling.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna start heading out there because fire resistance. Do.
All right.
Me
Our
too.
three
I'm-
fire-resistant players walk outside the cave. You get about 20 to 30 feet outside. You look behind you, and you do not see a mountain. You see just a small outcrop of rock. It seems to be completely out of place. And can I get perception checks from all three of you?
Oh. That's a 5.
5.
How about
Amy,
a 27?
I got a 13, so yeah, I'd say 27's better. 27 is
27,
better.
13, and 5. All right, for the 13 and the 5, you two don't really know what you're looking at. You haven't spent too much time in desert terrain before. At some point, you both kind of take a double look in one direction. You swear to God, you saw two crabs dancing in the distance. And then for the 27, you see a sandstorm coming at you from the west. And in the opposite direction, you see a small dot, probably about half a day's travel. You're not quite sure what it is. It's so far off into the distance, you can only see that it is coming out of the forest, the desert floor, and it's very far away.
I share this information with my party.
How far away is the sandstorm? Can you tell how fast it's moving towards us? Like, are we gonna be able to make it to thing before we get hit by it?
With a 27, I would say you're pretty confident you can make that. It's a little bit farther away than the object off in the distance to the east. It is coming your direction and it's at a slow clip. You should be able to make it.
Shall we?
Well, while they're out doing that, Kethra will dig into her portable hole and pull out some like a light-colored robe that she's got when she was dealing with the cobalt kiln.
Did we already search the cave for everything to figure out where we are? Did we even look around?
No, we didn't. We just went outside. Or
No, just
three of us did.
All right, let's get perception checks from anyone interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look around
There
the
could be
cave.
things in here.
I got a nat 20 on that.
I got a 14.
19.
I got a nat 20 as well.
Yeah.
I don't see shit.
So perception's 20, makes it a 23.
All right. For anyone above an 18, you see a couple skeletons scattered about, some human, some dragonborn,
Ah.
a couple other various races. They seem to have not been eaten or hunted here, as they never left and they just died and they eventually dried out. You've got several sun-bleached skeletons here, and inside the skull of one of them, you find a note. It reads, "From Amos with love, on vacation, don't bother me."
Sweet, we can go back.
Right? Well, how do we? How?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we
Get
want to go
back.
back, how? How are we gonna go back?
Staying here is probably not going to do it.
Just judging by what happened to these guys, I say.
All right, you said that there's some other like thing over there. She'll kind of point towards wherever it was that you said it was.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Ma'am. All right.
I say we go to the thing.
Well,
We find Amos. I am slapping him for making this happen.
All right, so the party is going to try and venture out of the cave and make it towards that object far off in the distance towards the east. Can I get survival checks from the party?
like
Oh.
a group or each.
We can do a group or we can do each individually.
Oh, I would really love to roll as a group, please.
So
I would
would
say
I, please.
A
Let's
group
roll
would
as a
be
group, and I want a total.
alrighty.
What are we rolling? Sorry.
Survival.
Survival check.
Survivor.
Add a 4 to it, to whatever we're getting. Okay.
What's the mod for survival? Is that wisdom?
Wisdom.
It's a wisdom, yeah.
All right. So 19 from Runger total.
19 plus
I got a 17.
17,
Catherine got a 23.
23.
It wasn't that 20.
Damn,
Lots of-
Kev.
Lots of nat 20s tonight. The rolls are with you
For
I think
now.
I'm missing,
For now.
I think I'm
For
missing
now.
2 rolls.
until we get into combat.
I got an 8.
Nick has an 8. We are 1 short for the group.
I got a 4.
Oof.
With a 4.
There's that
Yeah.
spread of rolls.
I'm glad we're doing it as a group.
All right. The 6 of you try your best to support one another as you travel through this foreign environment. And a couple gusts of wind knock a few of you off your feet at one point. At another point, Amy, you start walking in the wrong direction. But fortunately, Kethra grabs your arm and pulls you back towards the group.
I was trying the dancing crabs.
I think we should have kept that leash.
She was drinking from the wrong skin.
Mm-hmm.
It was the whiskey skin.
I do have my flask of mead.
But fortunately, that little mishap is the worst thing to happen to you during your journey. It takes about half a day to get there. You are all quite parched by the time you start to see this object come into view. And you see a ginormous boat. Seems to be made of metal. Has scratch marks from an even bigger creature along the side of it. And it seems to have been dropped. There's a crack right down the middle.
Kethra looks up.
You see nothing. Not even a cloud in the sky.
You don't think it's
Okay.
a dried ocean? That's what a lot of deserts are, yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. We're like,
Yeah.
how did this
How'd it
get here?
break?
What happened to it?
Yeah, it looks like it got dropped, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it
Sorry,
got
what
dropped in
has a
something
big
with
crack through it? What are we looking at?
Big ship.
big ship,
A boat that's in the middle of the
Oh,
ocean.
oh.
big metal boat with
So-
scratches all over it. They got
So
dropped.
this was the item or the dot that I saw half a day
Yes.
prior. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
this is
Um,
the object far off in the distance. And just for clarification, above the table, you see a freighter ship bigger than any that actually exist.
Ooh. Hey,
So-
also,
Are we-
for clarification, sorry, my Mastiff would have disappeared at dawn. What's time like right now? Because it was nighttime and then it turned daytime when we got here.
Yeah. Weird, huh?
So is the Mastiff still there?
Nope. About halfway through your journey, it goes away.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
Can I take a quick gander at this sandstorm that we were trying to outrun?
It is still very much on your tail, heading your direction. It doesn't seem to be behaving with intelligence, but it is now about a day away from you.
Kethra starts looking over the ship, seeing if there's a place that they can take shelter in.
Yeah.
I am joining Kathra.
yeah, I'm gonna take a look for that. Any like place where we can get like water. yeah. This is this thing blocked up the Suez Canal, made it go dry.
Yeah.
We're here.
Are we in the middle of the Suez Canal? Because I could solve that problem.
Would it be
Well,
investigation to look for something?
yes. Investigation, please.
Right.
Investigation.
Who here
Out of
was
that
searching
20.
for a water source?
I was starting to look for a water source. Yeah, just kind of out of curiosity.
Let's
I
get
got
an
a-
investigation check from you as well. I've got a 20. What was it from Carl?
Kethra got a 14.
14. What do you
I got
17.
14
I got a
17.
16. I'm
And
looking
16
at that and
for a
looking for water.
source. Looking for a water source. You can only imagine there might be one inside. And there's nothing else surrounding this boat. It is alone where it sits. And for the two searching for a point of entry, you follow that crack down the middle of the boat and you see a larger opening towards the bottom, right about in the middle.
Yeah. See, I think we can get in there. At least
Am
get
I-
some shelter from the storm.
Yeah, am I small enough to get through? Is it big enough for a person?
Yeah, it's big enough for a large creature, let's say.
Okay, cool. I'm going in.
Be careful. We may not be the only thing
So,
trying to take shelter.
are you still tied to the rope? Can we like keep one end out here and like tug on it if you get stuck, and we'll like pull you back?
I untied myself from.
I mean, I could get retied.
Yeah, I think that might be good, just precaution wise. I mean, you can go in untethered if you want.
No, that's fine. You can tie me up.
I
Can
tie
get a
Ayla up.
marching order?
Oh wait, are we all going in?
Woohoo!
For
Yeah,
those who want to
Ketra's
enter,
actually gonna get ready to go in as well. And
who else is following close?
I would be fairly close to them.
Right.
I'm
I'm
back.
gonna hang towards the last couple to go in.
Couple.
Runger will bring up the rear.
I'll be kind of
Next to me.
fork. Yeah.
I'm sorry, one more time. You
Yeah. I'll be right next to fork.
next to fork.
All right, guys. I'm
Okay.
gonna shut off my video because it's starting to get some lag.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
For sure.
I'll
All
show.
right, so the party enters. The first thing you see storage racks going up about 20, 30 feet, and they have been ravaged. Something or multiple somethings went through whatever they had in storage here and devoured it. To your right, you see what was a set of stairs collapsed where it stands. The weight of whatever came down it, stairs couldn't take it. And these stairs go up to a platform about 20, 30 feet high that meet these storage racks at the very top.
Guys, there was probably something real heavy in here at one point.
Like what?
Like, yeah, like how heavy are we talking here?
Like, there are stairs that aren't stairs anymore.
And
Like a crack.
Like something walked up them?
Like squished, I think.
good boy.
And also, like, all the supplies are gone. So people have been in here for sure.
Well, we need to take shelter from the storm, so let's head in.
Keep going.
Party
Well,
enters.
Keep an eye open.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The dull roar of the wind outside the ship is silenced just a tad as you make your way inside. It is not as humid, not as hot. You're back to that around 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Get a second fork.
Catherine's actually once we're inside, and kind of look around. She's got something she's gonna take a look at.
Looking for anything specific?
Catherine's actually gonna look at the metal the ship is made of. She has
Okay.
blacksmithing.
All right. You get to the side of the wall here at the interior brace. Let's see, can I get a tool proficiency check?
Sure. Decent roll. What do I want to add?
Well, if you are proficient with blacksmithing tools, that'd be
I would
let's say
do intelligence since it's like an investigation, but then add
Yeah.
proficiency.
Yep. So investigation,
Okay.
so intelligence plus proficiency, if you are proficient with blacksmithing tools.
Yeah, she is. So 23.
23.
Catherine's got the big numbers tonight.
Catherine, you think this is some sort of toy made of several rare metals that have magic ingrained in them, but it's not anything you've ever seen.
All right. She's gonna keep her eyes out, see if she can get any pieces of it as we go through the place.
We'll keep an eye out for something that's already broken, I take it.
Yeah. Unless we like stop for the night, in which case she might try to cut a piece, but
Mhm.
we'll worry about that when we get to it.
Are there like any bodies or anything like that we're seeing in here? Kind of missed the first part of it, so.
You're seeing a couple skeletons. Again, it seems to be several races mixed throughout them. You're starting to see magical beast skeletons scattered around as well. Some of them seem to be eaten by tools. So you think they've been eaten by the humanoids that you find here, dead just a couple days after devouring these beasts. and some of them have been torn apart in a bit more violent manner.
Shit, this place sucks, huh?
Yeah.
There's like dead stuff everywhere. It's pretty freaking gross.
Lots of dead stuff.
Definitely not cute.
Question: anyone here have a passive perception above a 15?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
I can. I'm gonna right. This could turn badly. Screw it. I'm gonna turn into a hellhound.
Well,
Wow.
passive perception is 10 plus wisdom plus if you're proficient, right? So yes.
Yes.
Passive
Okay.
perception of 17.
Mine's
Let's do that instead of the hellhound.
Maybe.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like it's coming at some point anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We'll hang fire just now.
But with a 17 passive perception, you hear scurrying up on that platform, and you just make out of the corner of your eye a white. It notices you quickly and darts away.
A white what?
A white rabbit. Bunny, if you will.
Ooh,
I
cute.
think I've read this book before.
All right. I let the party know that I just saw a white rabbit, which is
Rabbit.
interesting with all the death in here.
Was it cute?
Harry.
Fluffy bunnies are always cute.
Oh
Very
my gosh.
So, nevertheless, we should probably have, I've seen these things where like rabbits turn out to be evil or something, and they like attack people. Maybe just be ready.
That's true. Sometimes really cute stuff can be really scary.
Yeah.
Like-
Anyone have a holy hand grenade ready just for chance? Eh.
Fresh out of them.
Darn.
I don't trust the rabbit.
No, just like that.
All right, Nick. The rabbit doesn't trust you either.
Well, watch it not trust two of me, Shadow Fork.
Drogar, you lose sight of the rabbit pretty quickly. You think it might have stayed around momentarily when it darted out of your vision, but it seems to have gone through a doorway at the top of the platform.
Hmm.
Probably should start poking around.
Yeah. Poking around,
Yeah, I'm
looking
keeping
for
looking
any
around.
supplies, any water, anything like that.
All right, can I get investigation checks from all those looking for supplies?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Another 17.
All
I
right,
keep
so
rolling
you find-
17s plus 0.
You
I
find
rolled the wrong
single
thing.
flask of water B. Next, who rolled? Nick, did you roll anything?
Well, I'm rolling a perception. I'm not looking for supplies. I'm looking for something to hit.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Drogar, what did you roll?
On the investigation of 17.
All right, 17. You also find a single flask of water.
Nice.
Good for a couple days.
If you guys find like any big thing of water, just let me know, because even if it's like not drinkable, I can make it drinkable because brewers supplies.
And did you roll anything for
Runger's a
investigation?
priest.
Yeah.
That too. That'll work.
Y'all got purify food and water as a cantrip?
I got a flask of mead.
Given
I
a,
now have a plus.
given a day, the Goliath could probably make us some good water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice.
And I can do that
Did
through
you
less
roll
magic
anything for
means.
investigation?
I did. I had a 22.
All right. Kethra, with a 22, you find a single flask of water as well as 3 days' rations for a single adventurer.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly dried food pellets. Not quite sure if they were intended for an animal or a person, but you could eat them.
I have more than enough rations because last time I went on an adventure, I picked up like 20.
True.
And Amy, did you roll anything for investigation?
I did. I got 12.
12. With a 12, you don't find much of anything, unfortunately. You see a couple flasks of water being taken out by some of your party mates, but no luck.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I've got some rations and some water and whiskey when that runs out.
Who needs water when you've got whiskey? I mean,
I also, oh crap, I also have 4 shots of grannies in my bag and two little bags of protection certificate. Larissa is sorted.
Yeah, I don't see that backfiring in any way, shape, or form.
Nope, me neither.
all that alcohol, flammable liquid, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, even if you decide to do it and it goes poorly, I got some action surge powder because apparently that makes you alive again after doing that.
Well, here as well, we're good.
Yep. Well, I mean, Catherine does have her flask of endless mead, so
Oh, you're good.
that's
You're
all
set.
good. All right.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much left in terms of supplies in this room. It's a couple of the storage shelves have been bent. Something large tried to crawl through them.
Are those also made of the metal?
They're made of a metal, not the same metal as the hull and the supporting metals of the ship.
Well, I'm pretty strong and I can't bend metal, so that makes me nervous.
Huh?
What?
What?
What was that about bending metal?
All these shelves are all bent and stuff, and I'm pretty strong and I can't bend shelves, so something really strong was here, so that makes me nervous.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I'm pretty strong, and I doubt. I mean, maybe if I really tried, I could, but I don't know if I'd.
Catherine will step over to one of the bent pieces of the shelves and try to bend it.
All right, give me an
I'll try
athletics
to.
I'm gonna go for it.
check.
We're all gonna
Beautiful.
try.
Let's get Carl first.
This is gonna
then
bite
your
me in the
number.
ass.
Was it a strength check?
Oh God.
Oof.
Carl, what'd you get?
Am I rolling strength?
Yes. Well, athletics if you have it.
23.
All right, 23 from B.
So
Carl.
this is really gonna bite me in the
Twenty.
butt at some point.
I got a 22.
I still don't know what Carl has. Carl, what did you
I rolled a nat 20,
Okay.
and the total is gonna be pretty good.
All right, so
You said
nat
it was
20 and
athletic?
23 from B. Who was the third one rolling to bend metal?
I got a 22.
All
Oh,
right.
wait, athletics?
Wait, is it athletics or
have
just? I was gonna say just
Oh,
a straight.
yeah. Then mine's a
strength.
25.
Straight strength.
Is it a straight
Oh,
strength or like an athletics?
It will be athletics if you have
Oh.
it.
25.
Okay. Yeah, 27.
Oh, if it's athletics, and it'd be 25.
All right. The 225s, you position yourselves and you try and bend these shelvings as best as you can. And you tweak it just a tad. Like the lid of a container kind
I'm
of
thinking of like
metal.
Cap trying to lift Mjolnir.
And then
Yeah.
Kethra with that 27 paired with the nat 20, you start bending this metal. It's a little intimidating, not gonna lie. You get it
Wow.
moved about half a foot from where it originally laid, and that's where you call it quits.
That's
Okay, but
yeah.
like, you don't have to like show off or anything. Jeez.
That's impressive, but I do have to say, I think whatever did this didn't put in nearly as much effort to bend
Yeah.
the metal.
Probably not.
I think we should. I think we've kind of looked as much as we can through here. I think we should probably try moving on, seeing what we can see. That rabbit still is kind of creeping me out. I'm kind of sus of that rabbit.
Okay, so like above the table, story wise, yes, we should probably press on. But in theory, could we not just like crouch in this room until the sandstorm passed?
In theory.
Theoretically.
Wait, y'all are talking about going back out in that sandstorm? Because I'm not doing that.
No.
No.
We're inside the ship. We can wander
We're inside
around
the ship.
inside the ship.
Oh yeah, I'll go upstairs. I was about to go upstairs right now.
Yeah,
I've been waiting.
I was
on
gonna
y'all
say we-
fools.
Yeah.
I mean, because I was assuming that this is not the entire ship that we're in this little square. So
Yeah,
yeah.
he did say it was huge.
All right, because I
Can
stepped
we
away for like a
step
few
up the
minutes.
step?
But-
Like, can
Well,
we
the
still get
steps
up the
said they were
stairs even if
collapsed.
they're... Yeah.
Sorry,
Can we
one
still
at
get
a
up?
time, please. I didn't hear any of that.
Sorry.
Sorry, can we still get up the stairs even though they're collapsed or like
Yep.
smashed?
You can get up there. It's difficult terrain, but they are still traversable.
I lead the way.
Right.
And it,
Can we do a break?
I,
So there,
I'll follow suit.
that is probably a good call. We're probably about an hour into the game here, and I think they're going to call it a break for about 15 minutes. We'll be back around 9:05. Nick, if you would do the honors.
All right.
2-ish. I didn't get my nap. Sleep
We're
didn't
back.
happen.
And we're back. All right, so the party is currently at the top of a platform in a storage room in this giant freighter ship in the middle of nowhere. And to save on time, since we've got such a large party, I'm gonna move everyone at once, but as I describe the environment, it will be happening to whoever is first in the marching order. Okay? See. As Arel walks through this door, you see what should be another storage room full of more food. But as you walk through, you kind of look over your shoulder, check on your party, and they're not there. Behind you, you see a hotel room, and you are now standing in the hallway with several doors on each side, a metallic door that opens going both ways at the end of the hallway. And right next to you, collapsed ceiling and wall going down for a couple 100 feet in the opposite direction. And just moments after you realize you're not where you were expecting to be, your party follows suit and realizes this as well.
Whoa.
They're going somewhere.
That's one of them mirages.
Like the Cluedo board.
And you are currently in this hallway. I'm going to keep your little tokens out for now, but you find yourself here. You enter through this door.
Kethra will look around.
Yeah, I'm just seeing
Yeah,
what I
I'm
can see.
kind of like looking around, kind of confused at like what just happened.
I want to check the space that we would have just come through.
All right, we'll start with that. Hungir,
Runger.
Runger,
The H is
Runger.
almost silent.
Almost silent.
Almost.
Runger, you dip your head through the doorway that you just aimed through, and you should be sticking your head into a hotel room. As your head goes through, for those looking at him do this, his head kind of gets cut off. And Hungir, you see the storage room that you just came through. And you pull your head back in, and you're in the hallway.
It's still there.
Good to know.
This is illusory.
Kethra will kind of like slowly poke a finger at Rungir's head. Like,
Will my finger
yep,
go through?
it's there.
It's still there.
This
That's
is
kind of
interesting.
weird.
That will make navigation interesting, I think.
To say the least.
Yeah.
Can I'm gonna pull out my dagger and make basically carve an X into the door that we came through, so that we have some almost like a bread,
Okay.
like a trail back, so we know where
Yeah.
we're going.
You go to make an X, you get a pretty good indent into the door, and then you see a couple inches below, same carving, reading Amos was here. Hyphen old man laugh.
I hate this guy already.
Yep.
We
That's
hear
it.
like the echo of his laugh through like the vents.
Well,
Alright.
we're on the right track.
Can I listen at each of the doors to see if I can hear anything through them?
Are you listening just outside, or are you sticking your head into the door frame?
I want to be as close to it as I can without actually putting my head through into the
Alright.
next room.
Well, you get real close, and you hear the sound of an empty hotel room.
Can I investigate the new room?
Sure, take your pick. You've got 4 hotel rooms, one that you just aim through, so to speak. And then you've got a metal door on the very end of the hallway.
Metal door.
All right. You go up to this door. Can I get an investigation check?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kessler's gonna go with her.
Mhm.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. All right, you see the door, and at first you think about prying it open, but then your vision catches buttons. And you decide to press a couple of them. Press one, it lights up. You're not sure if it's a magical source or not. You hear a ding coming from behind the door, and you hear a low hum. Eventually, it eventually comes up to the doorway, and the doors split. You see an elevator shaft with an elevator awaiting you.
Hey, that's like the thing down in the Underdome.
Ooh. I go in.
Neat.
Nice.
Okay, let's go, guys.
Y'all go in. All right.
This is cool shit. Hey, if y'all see any like screens
One.
with like moving stuff on it with like boxes attached to it, let me know.
All right. So this elevator is actually, it's only 4 squares total. So it's 2 square by 2 square, around 20 feet, we'll say.
Oof.
The party gets in. This elevator, for anyone who has experienced one in the Underdark, is bigger than your average, just humanoid elevator. They were getting
Service
something
elevator.
big. Yeah, they were getting something big, or moving parts through here.
I'm not. I'll punch Shadow Fork to death. And so that he's not with us.
That is a
Why?
Just
Can you
he has one.
dismiss him?
He has 1 hit point. It's fine. He likes it. You see Shadow Fork like making hands, like come at me, come at me.
The grin that Shadow Fork makes just before the punch lands, it will haunt all of your dreams. Shadow Fork disappears. You're all now in the service elevator. You've got a similar array of buttons. Take your pick. Got
Where are we going, boys?
What do they all? What do they all read?
Recognize the writing. Is there any writing on the buttons, and do we recognize?
It's reads as common. It's mostly just numbers. You've got floors 1 through 30. You've got a couple maintenance floors that you need a key to activate and to go to.
Kessler reaches out and hits 30.
30.
Alrighty.
That's the highest number on there, Kethra.
You hear that dull
Yeah.
roll. After a couple of minutes, you hear that same ding. The door opens. You see what should be a dining area, a couple 100 feet long. It's extravagant, to say the least. Do we step through?
Yeah, I'm gonna go running down the big corridor.
Okay.
Yeah, Kessler
do
will step out and start walking
Me
down.
too.
Yeah, I'll start following, but
I will
not running.
Resummon
You
Shadow
start-
Fork.
It's a
You
big
start
room and I'm a
running
small
through
person.
the long corridor, and Ayel, you hit your head. First thing you meet is a bathroom stall.
What?
Doink.
Big thud noise. Small girl make big thud.
Bonk.
Fuck. What'd you run into?
Toilet.
So what we see through the door is the dining area, but as we pass through it, it turns into the bathroom?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, you see one thing, but as you walk through the entryway, you go somewhere else.
This is a really interesting place.
Did Ayla disappear when she went through?
You lost
Okay.
sight of her for about half a second.
Then she kind of came staggering back.
Could the people that didn't go through hear me hit the wall before they saw me disappear?
No.
Or
They
after?
could not.
Oh.
They see you rubbing your forehead as you stumble back in through the door.
What'd you do?
Whoa.
Kethra will step out, look into the room, then step back into the elevator. Actually, she'll look to, she'll do that. Step back out into the toilet in the bathroom area, and look to see if there's water.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill up my water skin with the sink water.
All right. Two of you hit the water faucet. You hear a sputter. Get a couple drops.
You telling me that this place got a working moving box thing and no running water?
Seems kind of broke ass to me.
I'm like walking in, pointing at the toilets. There's probably some over there, but also, how good does this thing work if it doesn't bring us to the right room? Like, what do you mean moving box thing? Ugh.
It moves. I didn't say
but
it
don't
worked.
work very
Oh wait,
well.
I did say it worked. Well, not well.
So I just thought of something. Kethra looks at the rest of the group. Where were we before?
Oh fuck. We can just go to each floor.
Yeah, we'll just hit all the floors.
Number 29. And then I'm gonna run back out.
Someone's gonna elf this and just get them all.
Yeah, I debated it actually.
I bet we were.
I mean, you try. You can't reach them.
Don't go to 29.
Hey.
Ayla. It took 2 minutes to get up here. You think it was 29?
We're on 30. That's why we're going to 29.
So
We're
back
probably
into
much
the
lower.
elevator.
Yeah.
We
That's
definitely
the
were
deal?
not at 29 unless
gonna
this
look-
elevator's broken.
I'm just getting back in the elevator. I'm not pushing any buttons
I want
yet.
to look in each stall and in the back of each toilet.
All right, back of each toilet. Can I
Forks
get
played
an
video games.
investigation? Can I get an investigation check, please?
Ooh. That is actually a dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Yeah.
All right. You look through all of these toilets, and by the fourth one, you decide to lift up the lid. Not sure why, just for the moment. And underneath, you see yellow water and paint on top of the cap that goes onto the toilet bowl. Amos was here. Hyphen. Old man laugh.
Classic.
Yep.
I say, we're on the right track. Look back, nobody's there anymore. Because I've been digging through toilets.
All right, what's the plan?
Head back to the elevator.
Yeah,
Elevator?
just head back.
All right.
I'm gonna carve an X next to 30.
All right, the party goes through the door they came through. They're back in the elevator. You hit the button for floor number 29. And
We're
it goes
probably going to
down
want a
just
much smaller number.
Yeah.
it goes down just a couple of feet and it stops. The doors try to open. Nothing.
Can I
You can
try to
just-
open the door?
Sure thing. Give me a strength check.
Yeah.
Can I
I'll
try
give
and
her
help?
a hand.
Like if we get like one door each.
Oh,
or,
okay. Helping me out. Okay.
Like a few of
Yeah.
us.
Ooh, with advantage, that's a 24 with Kethra's help.
The 24 total. You start to pry the doors open, and a wooden beam crashes through the door. It snaps off as it breaks in through the elevator, and the elevator doors slam shut.
Okay, that part of the ship is
saw-
broken.
Don't think that's supposed to be like that.
Oof.
All
That's
right,
floor
well,
number
let's hit
29.
30. Let's
Back
go
at
back up to
30.
30 because we know Amos was there.
Yeah.
Back up to floor 30. Back to the
Did we notice that there's another door?
I didn't want to say nothing.
I don't know how I wouldn't have gone to each toilet.
Y'all followed me. That's your fault.
Kessler will go in, walk over to the other door, open it.
Does the party follow suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah.
All right. Where the fuck are you guys going?
She'll poke her head through cautiously, look around, then kind of pull her head back.
All right. Open the door to leave this bathroom, and you see a hallway. Should be. You walk through it, and you are now in a large control room. There's a almost comically sized steering wheel up at the helm,
Oh, I'm
and,
messing with that.
Can I
and a
look for
control board behind it.
a control that maybe stopped all of the illusory stuff and it just like if we walk through a door thinking we're going to a room, we go to that room rather
So
than it teleporting us about.
No, I'm
You wanna
pushing
fu-
every button.
You want to find
No!
a magic mumbo jumbo button?
Yeah, or like a
All right.
lever. Like I'm good with a mumbo jumbo lever, just something because like
Give me an
Larissa's
investigation
getting
check.
really pissed off.
Push
I'm
the
like-
button, Max.
You know,
B,
like
you're pressing every button.
yeah, you know, like
No,
like a playground that has
no.
like shut up, like a
That's how
decorative
that ends.
wheel. I'm spinning it. I'm pushing every button I find that I can reach. All of them.
Well, I
Just
rolled a
an
nat
ADD
20.
kid introduced to a fidget spinner. Everything gets touched. You
I
hear
rolled a
bells
nat
and whistles.
20.
You hear an explosion at some point in the ship as she just rips through this control panel. You think it was maybe a steam explosion. Keeps going, and then you finally come to the overhead lever, the pull string.
Yeah.
Deep control overtures playing in the background with all the buttons
Here-
being pushed.
Here's the thing, B. You can't quite reach it.
No. I'm gonna start.
Catherine will
going
be
like-
sitting there watching this. She'll
I'm just enjoying
reach
this.
out, grab the string. Catherine will reach out, grab the string, and start pulling it.
All right. You pull the string, and the horn begins to blow.
Yeah.
It's just over and over. And let's see, who has the
Oh, that's
highest
such a
passive
bad
perception?
idea.
I think that's probably going to be Hungier.
Wrong gear.
I have a 10, so probably not me.
Amy.
Nope.
Amy did roll for that button
I
finding
did.
thing.
I
She got a
did. I
nat
rolled
20.
for my mumbo jumbo. I got a nat 20 for a 22
Got a nat
total.
20. There is no
Yeah.
mumbo jumbo button.
But
For a nat 20, you're not going to give me a mumbo jumbo button.
Well, you're
There was-
really sure there's not a
There
mumbo
was not one there. If there was a mumbo jumbo button, you'd have found it. I promise. But there was no mumbo jumbo. button.
Also, it has occurred to me that I was making as much noise as possible with this freaking horn is probably the worst possible thing we could have done.
I
Oh.
did that on
Oh,
purpose.
Whatever is
Without a
on
doubt.
this ship now knows you're here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
just slow
Can it get
clapping in the
to us? Do
background.
they know where it's going?
We don't even know where we're
Yeah,
going.
whatever's on the ship doesn't know how to get anywhere as good as we do. And-
But maybe they do. They've been here longer. Maybe they made it. You don't know.
We just do
Oh,
like
Larissa,
Amos in horn Morse code.
I'm almost positive there's nothing
You
I
start going
can't
to town
outrun.
on that horn, and by
Larissa,
the third or
oh.
fourth,
No.
you start hearing loud cursing from outside the command room window. You look outside and you see an old man waving what appears to be a metallic tanning sheet up at the control center.
Oh shit!
He
Bust the
throws it
window.
on the
bro. I'm gonna
ground.
punch the
I
window.
found it.
Rocket fist the window, bro. I'm going out there.
All right. Break the window. Give me an attack roll.
All right.
Yeah, bad idea. My pink sparkly butt.
18.
18. Shatters. What's your passive perception, Nick?
13.
13. Yeah. The glass falls as it shatters. And about 50 feet down, it disappears.
Probably shouldn't jump out there, huh?
Don't say stuff like that yet. I'll jump.
Do a flip.
If you jump, I hope you can jump back.
Definitely not.
Oh, we could like bungee you out using rope.
Hey, talk to the old man. How do we get down there?
Give me my
What do you say about Molotov cocktails?
I don't know. Cast fireball.
Guys, I think they broke him.
Yeah, that sounded
Are you shooting a fireball at Amos?
Nobody here
No,
knows
she can't.
fireball.
Totally can't do that.
Oh, as say.
I have burning hands. I can shoot at him.
It's
No,
50 feet or more
Let's
away.
not
Lower me
hurt the
down
guy
with a
that we're
rope.
trying to.
Yeah, I say we bungee the little one.
Yeah,
Sh-
lower me down.
All
Lower
I'm
me
gonna say,
down.
all I'm gonna say, is 50 feet down is where the glass disappeared. I don't know how long
So,
y'all's ropes
well-
is, but I don't got one.
Well, what if we tie 2 together and then
I
we've
got
got
one for
100
50.
feet?
So
Yeah, if we tie it together, we've got 100 feet going. We'll be fine. I start
This is
tying ropes
such a
together,
bad
like
idea.
humming the Mission Impossible theme.
Let's get a single survival check for the integrity of that rope. And the little one's jumping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Attached to the rope. Yeah.
Oh,
All right, what are we
Don't
attaching this
jump.
to?
Wrong gear.
Someone
the big
strong,
guy.
hopefully.
we just
Tie it
hold
to
them.
something
Okay.
No,
inside the ship.
Yeah, tie it to the wheel of the ship.
yeah,
And then we
I
can hold on
I
to
can
it.
do that. I'll do that. I'm not, or again, tying things is my thing.
Okay, so I want one survival check for the integrity of this rope, and one
I-
survival check for tying it around the steering wheel.
I'm
I got
not.
a
The
I want that.
the integrity of the rope is an 8.
Oof.
All right,
I got a nine.
looks great. You feel real confident.
I got a 19 on my
Yeah.
the
All
knock
right.
stuff.
That
Yeet me
thing
out
is
the window,
on the
boys.
steering wheel. It's not going
Hey,
anywhere. You
look,
put
don't
it through the rungs of the steering wheel as well as around the center actual steering column. It's not going nowhere.
I slap it and go, this thing can hold so many halflings, dwarfs.
You're on thin ice, lady.
All
You
right.
called yourself, sorry, dwarf.
Halo.
Yeah.
Halo.
Climb down, don't drop.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
okay.
go controlled, because if you jump, this rope has no,
Wherever the
flexibility.
rope ends is gonna hurt when it like yanks you.
That's how you break
Don't-
yourself in half,
Don't
falling
tie it
and
around
then.
their neck.
Jeez.
All right. I am lowering myself slowly out the window.
Okay. That is a clear distinction. Well done. You start to just belay yourself down. And right around the 50-foot mark, you don't see anything weird. You're not sure why the glass disappeared. You see the old man waving his tanning sheet up at you. You still can't quite make out his words. He's gesturing something at you. You can't quite tell what. Do you proceed further?
I'm gonna yell at him. I'm gonna be like, dude, we can't hear you. You sound all and then I'm gonna keep going.
That's what the old man does to you. And you continue down further. And right around as your head passes the 50-foot mark, I need a constitution check and a wisdom check.
Okay.
Sorry, saves.
Or
Oh, saves? Okay.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Con save 21.
All right. Doing good on the con save. Hit that
Wisdom save 18.
All right. With that, you make the con save. You don't make the wisdom save.
Oof.
Your head passes that 50-foot line. You get a searing headache, as if your body continued downwards, but your brain hit an invisible wall that it wasn't allowed to go past. It's like the worst concussion you've ever experienced if you jumping, but you were going slow. You made the constitution so you don't pass out. It does hurt you, however.
Oh, I'm too stupid to go down here. Oh.
You take 6 psychic damage.
Okay.
Continue down or up?
No, that seems bad news bears. I'm climbing back up.
Back up. The dwarf returns to the command center, no worse for wear.
Except for the 6 hit points. My brain hurts.
Did she actually disappear or just
Nope.
stop and then come back
She
up?
started to kind of look like static on a TV screen,
Mhm.
but you saw her wince in pain and started climbing back up.
That hurts your brain. Don't go down there.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go
So
back
this
to
is
pushing
like-
buttons.
Is he like on the floor? Like, is he on like ground level?
He is down on the observation deck. He seems to be trying to get a suntan going.
I don't think we're supposed to go down there.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I think it only looks like he's down there. Like, you know how we
Yeah.
saw the ballroom and then I
Yeah.
smacked my head on a toilet?
Yeah, I think it has to do with the toilets too.
Yeah.
I'm not climbing into a toilet.
You might not have to. Anybody have a detective's hat?
The party sits there questioning where they should go, and you hear a door get kicked down. This one over by where Kethra is, and you see the foot of an angry old man. That stupid kids got to take the
Ah, for Christ's sakes. Crying out loud, old man.
Was he quacking?
Here, have some
Grab
meat.
his foot.
He was definitely quacking.
There was a quack going on.
I was trying to sleep. What are you guys doing here?
We came to find you.
How'd you go and do that?
Because you've been missing for 3 months.
3 months, 2 months, potato.
Whatever. Bar fights aren't as fun without you around.
Fair point. Very fair point.
Yeah.
3 months, you say?
Yeah.
All right. Guess I should probably get.
You like the new bar fights? There's like farming equipment in there you can use now too.
Can I look out the
Yeah.
window?
You want to look out the command center window?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Amos.
Amos, he's not there anymore.
Okay.
And the amount of distance that he would have had to have traveled to get from there to there is outside of the range of most teleportations.
Yeah. Do you know how
He just kicked down this door and walked through.
You know how the doors here work?
Eh.
Hey.
Do you know how we can get back?
Oh, yeah. The bunny. You guys
saw
have
the
seen the
bunny.
bunny, right?
Yeah, I did see him.
Yeah, the freaky thing that stares into your soul.
Okay, seriously, Wurfel, I've never seen you make faces while doing the voice. It's so good. It's so good.
No, I can't see it. Damn.
Yeah. I think it stares into your soul real good. Yeah. Go talk to it. Something's chasing it around here. Not sure what. I've been avoiding it myself, just kind of getting a couple rays, working on the old tan.
Yeah, you do look darker. It's nice.
Yeah.
Damn right. But yeah, something's been chasing it. It put up this weird terrain thing. And now the doors are all fucky.
Yeah.
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 But, last time I talked to it, it said it wanted to get out of here. If I helped them, it'd bring me home. I didn't want to go home.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, two questions. One, do you know what floor the elevator goes to the bottom of the ship entrance?
Whichever one isn't broken.
Okay. Well, we must have been lucky going to 30 then. Damn.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's only like 2 working buttons there. Real convenient.
Yeah.
Not sure how that worked out. Almost like there was no other option planned. Details.
Other thing, I don't know if you'll know what I'm talking about, but have you seen any TVs or any consoles here?
Consoles?
Yeah.
No.
Televisions?
I did see a couple of TVs, yeah.
You think we could get those working with magic electricity?
I'm not sure. I don't know where these ones came from. They look like the old boom tube ones, but I never really gave a shit.
Okay, I'm not worried about it then. Cool. Oh, you coming with us?
Oh no, I'm gonna go gather my shit. You guys, good luck. I'll meet you when you find it.
Wait.
And he goes back through the door he came through.
I like how he said he didn't say where you find it, but when you find it.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, where does one find this thing? He's like, nope, he's gone.
Amos walks through the door. He's gone.
I have a plan to find it.
Okay.
It's not the best plan, but it's a plan.
Here, bunny.
The horn.
No, it's not the horn.
Are you
'Cause I
gonna
think
turn
the
into a
horn might make it
hellhound?
run away. I'm thinking that because then I can sniff it out.
You plan for everything.
But the thing is, it is my.
It's your
It's not
last
my plan for
transfer.
everything. It is my last one. Like with this one, I need to roll see if I'm stuck. But I'm only stuck for an hour. So it's I feel like it might be worth it, but if I do this, there is a chance I can't be my little tiefling self for an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Well, you'll be harder to fit on the elevator as a
Okay.
hellhound. We gotta consider
Yeah.
that as well.
Say maybe
Yeah.
maybe
Let's go to
if
the
we
bottom.
really can't
I
find
mean, I
it.
can stand on like my back on like hind legs.
Let's get to the bottom of the
I can
ship.
squeeze in.
Let's get to the bottom of
Yeah.
the ship and then you can transform because we
Yeah.
saw the bunny leave the ship, right?
Yeah.
Wurfel, is that right?
You saw it go through the first fucky door you went
Oh,
through.
okay. We still need to go down the
Mhm.
elevator.
Yeah, we need to head down there anyway.
Yeah.
All right. You travel through the bathroom, get to the elevator shaft. You hit every single button, and then every couple of seconds you hear a and the door doesn't open. And right around level 12, it finally opens and you can walk through. You find yourself in the same hallway you found yourselves in originally.
Oh, there we go.
And you hear scurrying. And you see the same white bunny going through this door.
I'm
Bunny.
after it.
What
Yeah,
about me?
Catherine will chase after it.
All right, we're chasing the bunny.
I will catch
Did
it.
he wait? Didn't he mention something about we could
Well-
talk to it? Like he talked to the bunny? Like
I thought he talked to what was chasing the bunny.
Or just
No.
gonna try to catch
Nah.
the bunny.
Yeah, Catherine's goal is not necessarily chasing after the bunny, but she's trying to catch up to it and be like, "Here, bunny, 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 bunny."
All right. I want an animal handling check from Kethra. And which one of you is trying to catch the bunny?
Fork. I have a movement speed of 55, but I also have boots of speed I could click if I need to.
Okay, you have no trouble getting to it. The question is grabbing
Yeah.
it. So I will need a. Let's make it an acrobatics check.
All right.
bunny.
I got a 13. I rolled a 6, so.
Carl, what'd you get for animal handling?
14.
All right, 14. You start to talk to the bunny. You make the noise,
Here, bunny, bunny, bunny.
and it's interested at first. It doesn't feel confrontation from you, but then your buddy jumps in, tries to catch it, successfully does so, and then it teleports out of your hands.
Oh, piss! Nobody's.
And it's now sitting at the doorway where you caught it, and it jumps through it, and you lose sight of it. Are you walking through
Oh,
the
boy.
doorway?
That one's on me,
Okay.
fellows.
We should have talked to it. Do.
I'll hang back on this one.
Yeah. Catherine will go back through the door.
Through the door. Where are we going? Kitchen. All right. Ethra, you walk through the kitchen. You see the bunny sitting on the countertop, right about here. Okay, the party follows through. Keep the squishy in the middle.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's okay. I'm aware I'm the squishy.
There we go. You see the bunny sitting on the counter, chewing on some lettuce. You're not sure where it got it, because every other food supply here has been completely ravished.
Oh.
And it looks up at you. This time, getting close to it and not freaking it out immediately, I assume, Nick.
Yeah, no, I'm hanging back. I'm not saying anything, but I do have my wand of paralysis in my hand.
I am really good with cute things. I could try to talk to it. I want to try and talk to it.
Okay.
He approaches the bunny alone.
Hello.
And it looks up at you, and its eyes begin to widen. And you see completely black eyes with glittered white throughout it, as if you're looking at the night sky.
Hello, magic bunny.
We are trying to leave, I think.
All right, it blinks a couple times at you, looks at you. It's kind of, it feels like it's staring past your eyes, and you begin to hear angelic music. Do you speak Celestial?
Oh, not this character. Bummer.
All right, so you hear the beginnings of angelic music, but after just a couple seconds, it starts to turn into like as if someone was turning up the gain on the microphone recording this, and it just gets overwhelming to the point where you don't want to hear it anymore. You cover your ears, the noise stops, and the bunny begins to speak to you in a language you can understand instead. And it says one word. It doesn't have a voice of its own either. You hear this in your own inner monologue as if something was inserting a word into your own thinking. And you hear, get out, away, me, now, please, help. More words of this nature.
If you want help, I need to know how to help you.
Get me out. Lost. Own maze.
Oh. Guys, the bunny's lost and wants to leave like us.
We gotta get it back to the cave.
Yeah, we gotta go.
You think, or do you think it's a different place?
I don't know about the cave, but we gotta leave this ship.
Outside of the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right next to the fucking door. All right.
I'm gonna hold my hands out for the bunny to hop into my arms if it wants to.
Okay, the bunny hops into your arms, and at this point, the lights have been dimmed in most rooms that you've gone through, and this kitchen specifically, they are completely out. And who has a passive perception above a 13?
Petra has 13.
Okay.
Let me look.
Well, anyone with that passive perception above a 13
I do.
starts to see floating eyes in the shadows of the room, blinking, staring at you. They begin to move closer.
Ooh, we gotta go.
What?
What's wrong?
I start like pushing towards the door.
Let's go.
What's going on?
What's going
Go.
Backing out.
Roll for
Go.
initiative.
on?
Sorry, did you say to roll for something?
Roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
This is where the fun.
Oh, not good.
We got
Ooh.
middle of the road.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to start with Drogar. What did you get?
I got a 12. It's we changed our Discord names.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So it should
I
be.
forgot about that.
That's the way to do it.
Yep.
So,
Oh, Ben, if you do 0808, puts you in order.
There.
like that. I like that very much.
Yeah.
There we go.
Brad picked it up somewheres in one of the games. He somebody was.
That's the
that
joy of running
makes
so many games with so many different
Mhm.
players. It's
Yep.
I see it as just one person tries this, and then everyone as a group is just continuing to slowly push the bar up, and the
Yep.
quality is just going to keep getting better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so first up, Amy.
Do I know what I'm fighting? Because I didn't have the passive perception, so I don't know that anything's wrong.
You heard a
at this
couple of
point.
your party members start to panic. Something about floating eyes.
Okay. Can I try like a perception check to see if I can figure out
Yep, I'll
what
give
is
you that
going
as a
on?
free action.
Thank you. It's very kind of you. That is 16.
16. Yeah, you see 5 sets of floating eyes. They're blinking, moving towards you. And with a 16, you see something connected to these eyes. You start to see a silhouette start to form around them. And you see it's a shadow-like creature that is standing on stilt-like limbs. And one of them is in the shape of a weapon. It is dripping blood.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, Well, how close are they to me at the minute,
So glad.
roughly?
The floating question marks of doom. Oh, there. Oh. No longer floating question marks of doom. Those are.
Oh, that is. Oh, I don't like
We're fighting
it.
quadrupedal Slender Man.
No, okay.
Is that Brad? Did Brad draw that? Yeah, I know that drawing.
I
Yeah.
genuinely thought you meant like, oh, did you base that on
Is
Brad?
that
No,
Brad?
yeah, that's Brad in a fucking cave eating a deer naked.
That's true. That's true.
As one of the only people who have met him in real life, that's what he actually looks like.
I bet.
Yep,
I believe
yep.
it.
Yeah, that is actually Brad.
It's just
That
really
is
good.
Brad, yes.
That's actually why he works at a call center.
Yes,
Get a
you
job
don't have to
anywhere
look at
else.
him.
That's Brad with the filter on his camera turned off.
Okay. Yeah, so roughly I'm close enough to do that just now. No. I'm gonna stick to, funnily enough, the go-to, and I'm just gonna launch an Eldritch Blast at one of them.
All right, take your pick. Which one would you like?
We'll go
Nearest
with the
one?
one. I'm gonna go with the one like in the top right corner.
Right there.
That one. Yeah.
All right. Eldritch Blast, give me an attack roll.
That is, oh boy, a 12.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Yeah.
That's awful easy to hit.
That's-
Yeah, I will.
Last time I faced something like this, I ended up almost literally being bored to death, like
Don't,
pressing
please
myself.
don't take this away from me. At least I'm not blind and deaf this time. Right. Oh, that's a 13 damage.
13 damage. Hey. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my like my bonus action. I'm gonna use my barrier ring to give myself an extra couple AC points.
All right, what are you currently sitting at?
I'm currently at a 15, so I'll put it to 17.
All right, 17. All right, next up in the initiative, Nick.
Did it look like the Eldritch Blast hurt the thing?
Oh, yeah. It winced back. Couldn't tell too much else because of how it's kind of sitting in the shadows, but it did make a mild shriek as that Eldritch Blast hit it.
This is an island in front of me.
Yes.
I will stand on the island. I'll summon
Right, hops up.
Shadow Fork in the space between these two at the bottom right. To the right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there. And as an action, I'll have him hit the one in the corner.
Okay. Give me a check roll.
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits. Give me damage.
For 11 damage.
11 damage. All right.
And if that thing is still there, I assume it is, I will do my twice a day extra attack through the shadow.
Okay.
Which is 22 to hit for 9 damage. And that's my turn.
Right. All right, next up. Kethra, your party members are attacking the walls.
You said a free action perception to see these things?
Mm-hmm.
8.
You recognize one shape in the corner here that Shadow Fork is hitting. Not sure what it is, but you recognize a shape that is being swung at and is being hit.
All right. She will take a defensive stance. In case anything steps up to engage her, she'll swing at it. She'll look at the others and be like, "Get out of here now!"
I meant to say
Held
that too.
action to attack. Held action to attack, and that's it, right?
Yep.
All right. Next up, Drogar.
So yeah, I'm gonna start off and also making that perception check. That is a nat 20.
Yeah, you see all of these things clear as day.
I don't like those.
Yeah, a couple of them look back at you when you see them.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna, as I'm in the doorway, I'm gonna start backing out. You know, like I'll have my weapon out ready to go, but I'm gonna back out.
Door is that?
The top.
Yeah.
Nick in his memory.
Get out of there.
All right, that's it for your turn.
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
going
just
to continue further, or are you just waiting in the hallway?
no, I'm gonna wait in the hallway. I don't want to end up splitting
Oh,
ourselves
come
up.
on, you don't want to Scooby Doo this shit?
No, I'm not gonna. Everyone
Let
running
me
in and out
have
of
my
different
fun.
doors.
That's Drogar's turn. Next up, Hungir.
So I have to first perceive said threat.
Yep, if you have a passive perception above a 13, you will see them. If
I'm
not,
17.
Oh, you're good.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're there. You don't even have to take the free action.
All right. How many if I do 2 bonus actions, does that eat up my action as well? Like how many
You can only
bonus?
do 1 bonus action per turn.
If something's labeled specifically, the bonus action.
Yeah. You've got
So
1
what?
action
But
and
can
1
I
bonus
use a?
action.
Can I do a bonus action in place of an action to get 2 bonus?
It depends. If it says you can use an action or bonus action, then yes. But if it just says bonus action, then no.
Casting Shield of Faith. I mean,
Shield of Faith you could do, and then what else?
Boots of Speed,
No.
or activate my animated shield, or
You gotta choose which one.
Yep.
I refuse. Yeah, what do I want to do? All right. I'm gonna activate my animated shield, and then I'm gonna chuck overhand style my maul at the one closest to me, which is what forward and right.
Forward and right. This one.
Yeah,
here?
that guy, I guess.
Alrighty.
And hopefully, other people see that I'm attacking something in that general direction.
Give me an attack roll.
Perfect.
That's a 22 to hit.
That hits. Yep.
And that is 2d6 plus 5. Ooh, nice. 16 points of damage.
All right. You hear a word. You hear a resounding thud as this thing hits what should be a shadow, but apparently is not. And you hear that same wince of pain that the creature made when Amy shot it with an Eldritch Blast.
I would. Do I need to move in front of Ale?
In front of Ayla. My AC is 18, but I am down some hit points at level 2, so that's up to you.
I will move in front of her.
Right. Hello, Meat Shield. We're going to have a fun talk in a couple minutes.
Nice.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
That is it for my turn.
All right. Ayla.
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 Yeah, I know it's spelled weird. Anyways, first things first. I would like to rage.
That's a
And
good
that-
barbarian there. That's a good barbarian.
And then I'm going to hit the same one, the one that's closest to me, the top right corner one, with my
Sounds like a
great
plan.
axe, if I can scooch in there.
All right, give me an attack. Because you can attack through friendlies as long as there's not too many of them. I'd say right around the 2 to 3 friendly party in front of you, your vision is obscured.
Okay, and I would have dropped the rabbit that I was holding like down at my feet.
Just drop the rabbit. All right.
Well, I'm only 3 feet tall. It's just like
Fair, fair.
it's like a hop. That's 16 to hit.
That hits. Give me some damage.
Damage. Ooh, 17.
All right. And what are you attacking with? An axe?
A great axe, yeah.
Great axe. All right. So does that have a +5 to hit, or are you throwing it? Are you getting up on the counter to hit it?
Yeah, I was not letting go of it. I was gonna whack at it. So
Okay.
I'll get on the counter if I gotta.
Yeah, just because of the way that weapon works. It's not a... it doesn't
Sure,
have
sure.
reach.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
I'm
hop up on
small.
the
It's the same
counter.
size as me. I got it.
Yeah, you hop up on the counter, you get within 5 feet, you swing, you hit center mass, and you start to see blood coming out of this thing. A little bit of a weird sight, seeing a shadow bleed, but you recognize blood. You've seen enough of it. It's not dead yet. It's holding on to the edge of your battle axe there, and it's not letting you pull it out.
Oof. Okay.
All right. Is that everything you've got?
Yeah, if I can't move to scoot back again, then yeah.
Final turn, the shadows. So first hit, we're gonna go for B.
Yeah.
All right, the 2. Coming out swinging. It swings its blade-like appendage at you, but you have it on the end of your axe, so you know when and how it's coming, so you just kind of push it out and lean back at the same time. Doesn't hit you. And it's going to try again. It does have 2 attacks. And B's AC was 18. That hits. Oh boy.
Damn.
Oh boy.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. I'm resistant to stuff.
All right. You take 4 points stab damage, or piercing damage,
Okay, so 2.
and 2 points necrotic damage.
Okay, so 3 total then. Wait, am I resistant? No.
What kind of barbarian are you?
It doesn't say. It just says barbarian. I don't think I chose. So 4 damage
Level
then.
3 for
Have the
barbarian.
1.
Yeah, you're level 2, so you wouldn't have that
Yeah.
specialization. So,
So 4.
Yes, 4 damage total. Right. That's that one's turn. Then Ben, this one here is going to try and do the same to you. Nope. Yes, nat 20. Oh boy.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right. That is 6 and 3 for piercing damage, totaling 9. And then 1 and 4 for necrotic, so 5 necrotic damage total.
Solid 14 points of damage.
Shadow
And
Force AC
then-
17. In case you were one. He has 1 hit point.
Oh, AC 14. Perfect. So we've got that. Yeah, we're going to have 1 swing at Shadow Fork. Hopefully I hit on the first try.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That 14 meets it, beats it.
17.
1 hit point.
17,
Oh,
sorry.
17.
Yeah,
No.
14 plus my proficiency.
There we go. Second one hits.
Yeah, he's dead.
Goes away.
He's gone.
Oof.
Oof. All right, that was this one's turn. Other 2 going to move towards the other fork.
Mhm.
Piqued their curiosity. Is next 17. Miss. Hit. 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 That is 8 piercing, 1 necrotic, 9. 3 piercing, 4 necrotic, 7. And 4 and 4 for a total of 8.
All right. Yeah, I just take it all. Big hits.
All
Whew.
right. Yeah, the two here, they saw that there was another one of you, and they didn't like that because they like being the only ones that have other ones of them. It's a pride thing, a little bit of ego, but they pick favorites,
Fair
and
enough.
you're their favorite punching bag.
All right.
And that is
do-
it for those that follow.
Does
Do I
does
get a
Kethra get her?
swing at the one that moved up?
Yes, you do. Give me an attack roll.
All right.
You'll be hitting the one closest to you. That one didn't come within range, so
It's an 11.
11. That does not hit. You swing at what you think is one of these shadow creatures. You see Nick kind of look towards one of them expectingly, and you just kind of swing in that direction. Next up, Amy, you are back up on the initiative roll.
So, how far away am I from kind of the nearest ones?
How far are you from what?
Like the nearest kind of ones. So like the
The
two next to Fork and Cathra.
the ones that are sitting pretty, or the ones that have taken damage?
The ones by me
That's
and
a good point
Kethra.
actually. Great.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna
right
move
here.
up to the one I damaged before. So the one by
And that should
Aelin
be.
Rongier.
Yeah, so you'll move past the Goliath, hop up on the counter, start swinging.
Okay. Yeah, am I able to go like to the basically down a bit on the counter so I'm like below the other one? So I've got two of them like in front of me.
So instead of going past the Goliath, you want to stand next to the Goliath?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Basically I want to try and catch both of them in a cone if I can.
So these two?
No, the other two. Sorry, the two on the counter.
These two.
Yeah.
What is the radius of the cone?
15 foot.
15 feet.
I want to aim it so that I'm not
Yeah, sure.
hitting.
I'll
Yeah, I
allow
don't
it.
want to hit.
I will allow it, but the Goliath will have to make a save.
No. The Goliath didn't take any damage. Oh no, you did take some damage, didn't you?
Yeah, like 13 or something.
Yeah, maybe let's not do that then. God
Yeah,
damn it.
I
These
hit him with
DMs don't
my
want me to do
biggest
bloody
pillow.
spells.
Mhm.
Screw it. I'm gonna the one directly in front of me, up on the counter, I am gonna poison spray it in the face.
All right. Is that attack roll, saving throw?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
All right. What is it trying to make?
My spell save DC is 14.
All right. It rolled an 18, so it makes it.
Well,
Is that a
okay then.
cantrip or a spell?
It's
Still
a
should be half
cantrip.
damage.
Yeah, if that's a spell slot,
no,
it would be half
Yeah.
damage.
Well, if it's
No, it's
Oh.
a cantrip.
Ah.
Creature must
Yeah.
succeed or take damage.
Oh, it specifies.
It does.
Does it specify succeed or
Um,
take half damage?
No, it specifies must succeed in a saving throw or
Okay.
take 1d12 poison damage.
Yeah, so it's behaving like a regular cantrip. It made the save, it doesn't
Yeah.
take any damage. If you had spent a spell slot, if that was one of those spells, they usually save or
Yeah,
fail
it's then take half.
for half.
Yeah.
So it makes it doesn't take any damage. It
No.
sinks down onto the countertop and kind of morphs back into a shadow form, and as soon as the acid sprays past it, it pops back up.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and move back a bit then.
Where are you moving?
Back towards the door.
All right, that is one opportunity
No,
attack.
no.
How far are you going?
Oh no! I keep forgetting about opportunity attacks.
Yeah, I let the first one slide because you were kind of figuring out where you wanted to go, so I didn't
Yeah.
treat going from
It's
the
because I don't
countertop
know
to
where
here
I'm
as one.
going.
Oh,
So that's at
fuck.
least one opportunity attack. Are you continuing towards the door?
No.
Let's roll the opportunity attack first. Let's see if you even get hit.
I'm gonna get hit, though, aren't I?
Let's see. That is Amy, 17. That is +8. It hits you.
Yeah,
It got an
getting hit,
18.
of course. Yeah.
Just barely got you.
Oof.
So you're
If
going to
only I knew
take.
how to play this stupid
You'll
game.
get there. You'll get there. Yeah, you take 1 piercing damage, 4 necrotic.
Okay.
And that is a single opportunity attack.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm going to. I've remembered I can do this. I'm going to hellish rebuke as my reaction.
Nice.
I can reaction an opportunity, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. Screw him.
As long as you
I'm
haven't spent
gonna.
your reaction, you're all set.
I have not. So yeah, I'm gonna hellish rebuke.
All right. Saving throw, attack roll.
Dex save.
Dex save.
Deck saving throw.
All right. And it's trying to go for a 14, was it?
Yeah.
All right. It
It's
rolled a
still
nat
taking
20.
half damage.
Oof.
Well, it's still taking half damage.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Give me some damage.
So 2.
And no
That's
spell slot, 'cause
3 of
that's a
them.
racial ability.
Yes,
Ooh.
that is 3 of them. Now we have. Yeah. 12. 12 damage.
All right. 12 damage total, halved to 6. This one that made it. Damage that was. All right. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
All right. Nick.
Orc kind of. He goes, "You guys got to get the fuck out of here. These things are gonna kill you." And he hits the one that's on the counter with him.
All right. Up there on the counter with him. Give me an attack roll.
Natural 19
Hits.
for 6 damage. Bonus action attack. And Fury of Blows for key point. So, 19 to hit, and then a natural 1 on the second one. The hit dealt 7 damage. And it needs to make a strength save.
Strength save. What's it trying to make?
14.
Got a 15.
Yeah, okay, then nothing happened. That's my turn. I'm staying right there.
Right. So currently, just to do a quick roll call, this one pretty damaged. The otherwise, I believe this one's taken some, and this one's taken some.
The one in the corner.
Yes, this one. Next up, Kethra.
Catherine's going to take a couple of swings at the one on the counter that Orc just hit.
Hey, yeah, you see some blood floating in a shadow in front of you, so you've got a pretty clear line of sight at it.
All
Brilliant.
right. A 10's going to miss. Your second attack. It's 25.
That hits.
All right.
And I'm actually going to go with unnatural crit rules, doubled its AC. Get a crit.
Okay.
So what do you got for damage?
18, 20 total.
24, was it?
23.
23.
And does that crit trigger the Great Weapon Master?
Mm-hmm.
All
That
right.
it does.
I will use the reaction to swing again. 11.
11. That does not hit.
Nope.
All right. Is that all for Kethra's turn?
Yeah, she's gonna stay where she's at. She's not moving.
That's the plan. Next up, Rogar.
All right, so I've kind of waited for a few minutes. No one's
Yeah.
come back.
No one's really following.
I'm like,
They keep screaming, "Get out!" but nobody's getting out but you.
I know. I'm like, I was just doing what they said. They said, get out of here. I got out of here and no one got out of here. So I'm going to stick my head back in, look around, come back through.
You stick your head through the door. A couple of them look pretty bloodied. The shadows, you see one of them's almost down and out, but a couple of your party members have taken quite a bit of damage.
So like, are we not just like getting out of here now? Like, I'm confused. I guess we're fighting them. All right, I'm gonna walk all the way through. I already had my scythe out.
Do as I do, not as I say. That's
Indeed.
the saying, right?
If they're not, you might as well help them out. So yeah, I'm coming back
Walk
through
the
door, and then I'm gonna move up to the kind of right next to right behind Kethra.
Kethra?
Yeah, that one. And
All right, swing at that.
yeah, take a swing at that boy. A 26 to hit.
That hits and non-natural crit.
All right, let's pull that up. That's roll that up. And that is a 25.
25.
And he is now marked as well.
And there on the counter is mortally. You seem to cut off a limb somehow. You cut off one of its appendages and it falls to the countertop and it kind of returns to behaving like a normal shadow. It's not a part of its being.
Okay, so but the thing itself is still up.
It is still up. It
All
is
right,
real close to dropping though.
real close to dropping. I'm gonna go attack again at this guy.
Oh.
17.
That hits. Give me some damage.
All right.
Get above a 5.
Yeah. So without doing all the extra damage that I can do on that, that's 11 off the bat.
That one's down. Anything else? You
Um.
swing through it this time, and you expect like a splash of blood to go across the room, and you start to see it, but as the life fades from it, it kind of just turns into smoke and returns to being a shadow.
Interesting. Okay. No, I'm just gonna. Oh, that's all I'm gonna do for now. And just be like, what happened to us getting out of here, guys? Like, what?
Right.
And
Free action talk, and that's it, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Next up, Ungir.
Swinging away.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it.
How do I want to do this?
Yeah, which one are we aiming at?
I got to get that one in the corner that we've already hammered on a couple times. All right, that's 17. That's 24 to hit.
That hits.
2d6 plus 5. 14 points of damage.
Same thing that happened with the other one on the countertop that was slain. You meet contact, you expect a bit more of a visceral reaction from hitting flesh, but it just poofs.
All right. Quick glance around the room. Who's hurt really bad? You guys can speak up if you're hurt really bad.
Yeah, this is just a visual assessment.
I'm at
Don't give numbers, just generic like half
ouch.
quarter.
That's it.
You've
Just
seen me worse.
Yeah, but I can make someone hit something again, so I'm trying to be productive here.
I mean, I took a lot of damage.
All right. Bonus action healing word on Fork. Oh, Max for 8 health, and he gets to attack in front of him through the use of my voice of authority.
Do I have to use my reaction as well? Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
I think it says you cause a
Mhm.
player to use their reaction to
Hold on one second. I will tell you.
go ahead and roll. I'm going to use it either way. The 18 to hit.
You are correct. I actually wrote that down. Can immediately attack using the reaction.
That hits.
For 8 damage.
8 damage. All right. You hit it. You get that same wince of pain. Good job. Proud of you. Next up, B.
Okay. How many of these guys are hurt right now?
Of the shadow creatures.
Yeah.
Right now, they have all been damaged to some capacity. But you haven't spent enough time hunting and or around them to know just how much.
Okay. Is it a free action to speak, or are we calling that a bonus?
Yep. It'll be a free action unless you exceed a sentence.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, are we running ? And then if somebody says yes, then I'm gonna scoot.
No.
Yep. What happens when someone says no?
If somebody says no, then I'm running up to the one on the counter and I'm gonna hit it.
Yes, get the fuck out of here.
All right. Well, no one can speak until it is their turn. So
Damn. Okay. Well, somebody said that we were trying to run earlier, so I guess I'm just gonna go towards the door. I'm gonna get out of here.
go towards the door. Are you going through?
Yep.
All right. That is one outside. And next up, that it for your turn, I take it?
Yep, that's it.
That's my turn to have some. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Amy, I'm sorry to say, luck of the roll picked you.
Mm.
Ben, this shadow creature moves through you. A little weird. I don't know about
Provoking
her.
no attack of opportunity.
It doesn't leave your
Melee.
attack radius at any point.
All right.
It moves through you as it's moving, but it doesn't leave your attack radius. That's when opportunity attacks are triggered. So first swing on Amy. Nope. Second one, yes. Nope. Yes. Nope. Yes. Right down the middle today. Okay, so that is 6 piercing damage and 2 necrotic for a total of 8 damage. That is 6 piercing damage and 6 necrotic damage, total of 12. And that is 3 piercing damage and 6 necrotic damage, total of 9.
Larissa has hit 0 hit point.
Hmm?
I've hit 0 hit points.
Right. Down she goes. You're right, Nick. Good suggestion. So glad we had this talk.
Hmm.
All right, so that is those that follows turn. Next up in the initiative, I need a death saving throw. Amy.
Okay, so I was talking to Harrington about this. I don't know how death saving throws work because I've never had to do one yet. So
Okay.
talk me through it, please.
So you have to make or fail 3. Okay. And
Okay.
you just roll a d20. You're not adding anything to it. And if you roll at or above a 10, you succeed. If you roll below a 10, you fail. Okay. If you succeed
Okay.
3, you stand back up, 1 hit point. If you fail 3,
You're gone.
Wah, wah.
yep. And just a couple other caveats. If something attacks you while you are down and making saves, that counts as an automatic 2 fails. If you roll a 20, that counts as a automatic success. You get up right then and there. And if you roll a 1, that counts as 2 fails.
Okay. Cool. Do you want to know if I'm hitting a success or
Yeah.
fail?
Roll, tell me
Okay.
what you get. I just need the number.
That's an 8.
An 8. First one's a fail. Keep track of those.
Yep. I'm colouring it in.
Next up, Nick.
You gotta fucking pick her up, healer. And I punch the guy in front of me.
The shadow in front of you?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
just
Just
punch
checking.
it.
Just checking.
Punch the healer. You didn't do your job.
Natural 20.
All right, nice. Give me that crit damage.
Fucking 18 damage.
All right. Yeah, that one's hurting.
Bonus action punch.
Bonus action punch.
I'm gonna declare Fury blows as well, even if I kill him with the first one. 18 to hit.
Hits.
For 9 damage.
Mhm.
He's still up.
Yep.
That second Fury of the blow is going down. 17 to hit.
Hits.
For 12 damage.
12 damage. Still up. Only barely.
He needs to make a strength save.
Yeah, I made it again. Got
Okay.
a 17.
And that's me. I
All
don't
right,
know what
that's
else
Nick's
to do.
turn.
Yeah.
Kethra. People are going down. You're still not entirely sure what, because you're only seeing shapes. It's like you kind of feel like you should have prescription strength lenses at this point, but just haven't gotten around to seeing the doctor. Oh, is Carl away?
Carl, you're muted.
Sorry, I was on mute.
yeah.
Drogar didn't light his sword. The fire sword.
I'm not using my sword.
Okay. Catherine's gonna go is seeing Fork attacking at something over that way. So she's gonna go over the island and drop into that spot right there.
Good plan.
And then
Swing
she's
blindly.
swing at the hopefully the one in front of her and hopefully hit it. It's a 24.
We're flanking now, by the way.
Yes, you are. So you technically have advantage, but
Oh.
since you haven't made a perception check, I'm not going to give it to you.
Okay. So 24 and
24, that definitely hits.
14 points of damage.
All right, 14 points. That is on you. That one is taken care of. You hit flesh, and about halfway through, the flesh is no longer there, and your swing just kind of swings wide.
All right.
You feel like you're done, at least with that one.
Does she see the one next to
Give me
Hrungnir?
a perception check.
Maybe 13.
Have to wait until someone swings, and you'll have to be paying attention for that detail.
Okay.
That it for your turn, I take it?
She'll actually step up next to Fork.
All right.
Sorry, not onto the island, but between kind of Fork where Fork is and the other. Yeah, right there.
All right, you step
Like,
forward.
how many
to
of these
her.
damn things are there?
2 more. It's not my turn.
Meh.
All right. Next up, Drogar.
Yeah, I should have probably asked when I came back in. Do I need to do another perception since I came back in the room? Okay.
Yeah, you lost line of sight.
Yeah. Check that again without throwing it into my mouse. Stop rolling. That's an 11. Yeah, that's 11 on that guy. So I'm assuming I don't really see much of anything.
Now, you can do the same thing that Kethra's doing and try and keep an eye out on which one of your friendlies are swinging and hitting something. But
Okay.
you yourself don't actually see any of these creatures.
All right. Yeah. So do I see any of them like swinging around at anything?
You have to call that action.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to say you're looking
Yeah.
for opponents to swing at.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna run over to Larissa.
The other doing is
Sort of. And giving them a potion, is that an action or a bonus action?
it's an action because it is someone besides yourself. If you want to drink it, it's a bonus action. Anyone else, like you're feeding it to them, it's an action.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go take that action and do
Alright.
a
Roll the hit dice for
for like pouring it down her throat or whatever. What would that be for it then? Would that just be a
what potion are you using? Is it just a healing potion? Is it a greater healing potion?
greater healing?
Alright, that is. What is that, Nick? 2d4 or 2d8?
Greater's 4d4.
Greater's 4d4.
Greater's 4d4
Gotcha. Okay. I
plus
thought you said
4.
to hit. I was like, I thought you were talking about like to hit it. I'm like, what?
No,
Yeah.
you're rolling the hit
roll the
points that
healing
they are
damage.
recovering.
Yeah. All right. 44 plus 4. Stand by. 4. 5. 7. 11. You get 15 hit points.
All right, Ama, you are standing up, coughing as a potion you did not plan on drinking while you were taking a nap is forced down your throat. 15 hit points.
Dude, I
Is
was
that all for your
sleeping.
turn?
What?
All right.
Over here.
All
Yeah.
right, so next up in initiative.
I think
That'd
be me.
that'll do
Derby.
it. That'll do it for me. Yeah.
All right, so Amy's back up. You still have her red. How much did this heal her of her ails?
I'm
Give
about
me.
half.
I'm gonna need a perception check for this one.
Yep.
I'm giving it to you as a free action. Just get above a 13, and I'll give you that half health assessment.
Well, I
help you
rolled a
avoid that
19.
metagaming.
I
There you
rolled a
go.
19. So.
She's at about half health now. Just trying to
Alright.
avoid that metagaming as much as I can.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to swing at this one that is between the three of us at the moment.
Between the three of us. This one here.
No, the other one. Like, yeah.
Swing!
All right. I'm gonna roll twice for advantage, correct?
I'm gonna say no, because as the way flanking rules are written, it actually has to be on the exact opposite side. So it would have to be like this. Whereas this, it would give you the necessary
Distraction for sneak attack.
sneak attack. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. But it doesn't give you flanking. So it's just one roll.
One roll. All right. One roll of an 11 plus 7 is 18 total.
Hits.
And that's 14 total damage.
Total.
Bonus action, healing word into Amy. So she will have an attack if she so chooses.
Help the squishy.
And she
Help
gets
the squish.
And she gets another 8 hit points.
His healing word is stab it in the ankle.
Yeah, I'm gonna mess this thing up.
Hit him in the knees.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Old Faithful. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Oh no, you have to use melee, right?
Oh, I have melee. That's
wait,
fine. I will.
Hold on. Does it say make an opportunity attack, or just make an attack?
I think it's just make an attack with their reaction.
Then it could be an
I don't know if it's. I don't know if it specifies melee or
Yes.
Yeah, it just says you invoke the power of the law to embolden an ally to attack.
Okay, hell yeah,
Yeah.
fucking cool.
Send it.
That's way better than I thought it
Then
was.
yeah, I'm gonna hit it with a big old ball of energy.
No. Hold on. No. That ally can use the reaction immediately after the spell to make one weapon attack against
Yeah.
a creature of your choice.
Okay.
It does specify melee.
Two.
Never mind it.
Sure, I'm gonna pull out my quarterstaff and just kind of bonk it on the head.
Can't. If you had it
No?
prepared already, you could, but you have been
Oh.
spellcasting.
So
You
I
have to prepare
okay.
the weapon. You have to don it essentially.
So I can't do anything.
Don't you keep a dagger in your hand?
You can, yeah, you can swing at it.
Yeah, I've got daggers.
You can do that.
Stab.
But if you want
Yeah,
to
I'm
use
gonna
the
stab it.
quarterstaff, you would have to have it prepared, which you do.
Nah, okay. I'll stab it with a dagger.
Right, get him.
Okay. So that is I add my strength to I never melee. I add my strength to melee, right?
Or dex?
Or dex. Strength or dex.
Yeah, I'll add my strength. 17 to hit.
That hits.
What was
1d4 plus your strength.
that's an 8 damage.
Damage, and that is you're attacking this one, correct?
Yeah.
Getting real close to not standing. All right, that was Hungir. Next up, B. You patiently waiting out in the hallway?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, get out here already, and that's it.
All right. Next up, those that follow. Fits. All right, so the first one here phases through Amy and you two. I need opportunity attacks from 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
I like it.
Wait, I used my bonus turn.
Yeah, you would have to have a reaction available. If you used your reaction at all during this past round, you can't.
All right, so I didn't
So
use the
that-
reaction though.
Did
So that
mine-
thing's heading outside of 10 feet for me because that's my.
You
Okay.
did.
Who do you want to swing first? Should we go in our own order of initiative? Makes sense.
I believe
that's-
first up should be Drogar.
All right.
Isn't Nick involved in this too?
No,
Nope,
never
it
left
stays
my
within. Yep.
Well,
stays within
it
range.
started outside of melee, came into melee, then left.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
It didn't.
Man.
It didn't quite
Yeah,
leave
it
my
didn't leave.
melee. It just entered it.
Hmm. If you got opportunity attacks every time something entered your melee range,
Well, yeah,
it's
okay.
gonna be
Everything
very
be dead.
different.
So it didn't leave. All right.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm going first then, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That is a nat 20.
All right, that hits. Give me some crit damage.
Leave 21.
41.
I plus 10.
That is the noise it makes. Yeah. It fades back into being a shadow again. You've got one creature left. It is going to attack Kethra. That is one hit and one crit.
All right.
Is 11, 16, 22 total.
92.
22 for both hits.
Grand total. That is
Alright.
22 damage altogether. That is the last attack action it's going to take. It is now going to take its legendary action and disappear completely.
Stupid bitch. That's what forced-
Anyone that has made the perception check to see it, it completely disappears and it's gone.
Let's get the
That's what
fuck
takes
out
a
of
big
here.
swing. Probably sweeping through the three. down.
Preferably swinging away from the party members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Basically, the
Preferably.
one down directly below to the right and straight in
Yeah.
that diagonal.
I imagine Kethra continues swinging a couple feet, hits nothing.
Works
Well,
out.
no, she'll take a big swing.
Hmm.
She actually has sweeping attack, and be like, "Damn it, I didn't
Yeah,
connect
nothing's
with it."
there. And that is it for initiative.
Did I see the bunny on my way out when I left? Because I put it on the floor.
yeah, I was going to ask what happened to that.
I would have picked it back up.
How do you pronounce that name again? B.
Ayla.
Ayla. Ayla is cuddling the bunny in the hallway. That is it for combat.
Can we take a 5-minute break?
Good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, if you would do the honors.
And we're breaking.
Just let us know
Uh-huh.
when. Alrighty, we are back. So, combat has ended. One of them ran off, as far as you know, but you've got a single party member out in the hallway holding the bunny that wants to leave here. Question is, do you remember how to get out?
Yeah.
Really marked a thing.
Cool, pick a door.
It gets the down and to the right from
Good memory. That's all I wanted to know. You did mark it, but Amos is a bit of a dick. He went through and he put X's on all the doors when he saw what you guys did. I just wanted to see your memory.
Floor 12.
You walk through one of these doors, you see the storage room. Amos is sitting down towards the crack in the hall, picking at his teeth. Oh hey! Took you guys so long.
Ah, crap! I thought you would have died by now.
Not in your life.
Some
Kessler
shadow
is going
boys.
to actually try and see if she can find a chunk of the hull.
All right, you're gonna try and break off a chunk of the hull.
Yeah, if she doesn't see any bits of it.
Yeah, as you leave the ship, you've got that big crack, and you've got a couple bits that are still hanging on, but they have started to peel away from the rest of it. You can give me a strength check to try and rip it off.
Sure.
You want me to punch the seam while you pull on it?
Straight up strength,
Straight
or do
strength.
you want me to like strength with proficiency? Well, she's proficient.
Straight
in
strength.
That would be 18.
Yeah. You sit there and try and move. This is a lot sturdier than the scaffolding that held up the supplies before. This is the metal that had the magic infused in it.
All right.
Mhm.
Hmm. Sorry, I'm just gonna take a see if I help. She'll actually try to see if she can use her sword. With the magic in the sword. If
Okay,
that
what kind of
might.
sword you got?
It's a great sword. She's not necessarily taking a big swing at it,
Yep.
but she also has blacksmithing tools as one of her proficiencies.
All right.
So
This is a +1 magic item, I take it?
yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Give me an attack roll.
All right. 19.
19. No. You feel the metal has a little more give than when you were just pulling at it, but you didn't quite hit it hard enough in the right place. Your sword hits it and it dings right back.
Hey, you know how to get home, Amos?
Huh? Oh yeah. Let me see the bunny. He holds out his old man fingers. Do you give up the bunny?
Oh, yeah.
Amos stares into this bunny's eyes for what you think's going to be a couple seconds at first, but then he just keeps staring. And 5-10 minutes pass. He's just sitting there staring, unblinking. That's always a fun one to speak. All right, well, let's just get this one out of here and away from that teleporting thingy, and it'll bring us home.
And away you go.
All right.
All right.
You start walking back towards the cave, I take it, round the 100-foot mark as you get away from the boat. Give me perception checks.
Okay.
That's what
Mhm.
Cressler's unhappy that she wasn't able to get a piece of that metal.
16.
All right.
18.
All right. So everyone here seems like you're away from the boat. Nothing's followed you as far as you can tell. The bunny closes its eyes and kind of shakes a little bit. It's concentrating on something. And fog begins to appear around you. And a couple seconds go by, your vision blurs, your vision comes back. You are back in the alleyway. Nick, with that 20, once you are back in that alleyway, you see some of the fog shifting as if something is moving through it,
Like at my
and you see
feet,
nothing else.
or like in
Away
front
from you.
away from us. Okay.
That's all you see.
I don't mention it.
Well, that was fun. Nice little mini vacation. I'm gonna go get a massage. Anybody want to come with?
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Hey, that's right.
Sure.
And that's game.
Hey, you want to trade arms? Mine has a rocket fist. You can try it out.
I don't know where that hand's been.
It's been places. It's been
That's a good answer.
And that is game.
Alright.
Nice.
Bye.